so that all of our friends can see all of the things that we do tonight. So we're back in the bowels of Citadel Drezen, as I mentioned before. Last we left off, there had been a pretty significant fight started as you guys had gone down into the basement, checked out one of the rooms to the south, found a secret door, and entered into a very hot room where salamanders cavorted, and what looked very much like a large forge was in operation. Now, you're not sure if that's the corruption forge that was mentioned in the journals of Staunton Vane, but it could be. I don't know that large salamander-tended forges are, that common in the bottoms of these citadels, but you never know. But
I knew this. Was this where I was snoring away?
Probably, yeah.
I don't remember any part of this.
So
we decided not to fight him.
Yeah, you guys decided not to fight him and said, let's look down a different hallway to see if we can find the Sword of Valor. And you started moving down this hall. You went into this what is obviously some sort of jail area or some sort of prison, and you found several people in cells that you couldn't identify personally, but you recognized as wearing Crusader garb, having Crusader, clothing on. 3 of them were starved to death, had starved to death in their cells, and it was not a pretty sight. The 4th one, this one down here, had not starved, but had been, but looked. You guys didn't go in the cells or touch the bodies, but that one was surrounded by a large pool of blood. It didn't look very recent, but it also didn't look like the entirety of his blood. A large pool of blood, but maybe not all of his blood. So with that information, you guys decided to wend your way slowly down this long hallway where there are prison cells on either side and interesting things of that nature. But before you could get very far, 2 specters came rushing towards you, inky blackness swirling them as they threw themselves towards you, hissing in their spectery ways. Battle was joined, and we made it, I think, through a couple of rounds, but I lost the piece of paper with the initiative rolls on it, hence the initiative rolls that we needed. So, and that is where we begin.
I think we all had like 27s.
20, so there's Mike. I wonder where you got off to, bud.
Sorry, I had a phone call.
That's all right. Welcome. So with that, we go to the. Do anybody have any questions, comments, concerns before we get started into this battle?
I noticed how you stopped saying or calls for your dismissal because
there were too many calls for my dismissal. It was taking up too much time.
There was a lot of charges of malfeasance. I remember.
It's always been my policy to address each call of malfeasance or for my dismissal on an individual basis, and it's just taking up too much time.
Gotcha. Okay. Makes sense.
So I had to stop asking. It's like government work, right? If something, somebody asks a problem, you stop asking questions.
Right.
So, I was watching a thing. You guys remember the old Weekly World News, that black and white tabloid paper that always had things like Bat Boy and UFOs on the front of it?
Oh, I loved it. I used to get that when I first moved out. That was my newspaper.
Some news show, maybe 60 Minutes or other, once interviewed the people that work for the Weekly World News and write those stories. And it's a remarkably small newsroom, maybe 8 to 10 people. But they had one guy, he said, what's your secret to getting these, they were being sort of facetious. They said, what's your secret to getting these great stories? And the guy said, well, we have one real journalistic policy around here, and that's never question your way out of a good story. And I thought, you know what, that's good advice for almost everybody. All right, so questions, comments about the Spectre battle?
I noticed it looks like to be a specter between me and Storm.
That is correct. There's a specter there and another specter moving closer. Now, somebody's radiating light, and I think it's you because of radiance. So you've knocked down the spectery the darkness that they emanate automatically and knocked it back to normal. So there's no concealment penalties. And this other one down here is moving very swiftly towards you guys. But yeah, right now you have flanking on that specter.
That's why Storm's there.
Yeah, awesome.
That's why Storm's
better than the 5 I rolled for initiative to smack this.
All right, so first things first. Top of the initiative order, specters. Boink. Now who's flanking who?
Wait, where's Don?
Right there.
You got to. Oh, he's right next to me. I'm sorry, got
He's there next to you. Yeah, he's behind Flisher. Flisher. Sorry, Dan.
Fletcher.
And there's Bardos,
Fletcher.
there's Lothar, there's
He's
Otto,
behind
there's-
Fletcher.
I thought we agreed to call him Death Smoocher from now
That's
on.
Oh, yeah. I think it's Death
I think, yeah, I mean, well, I just haven't changed the names yet, so hold on.
Where's Fletcher?
That's Smoocher, right?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Where's Fletcher?
right beneath you.
Of course, nothing opens now.
Oh.
It's crashing now for some reason.
It looks like, I guess it does not look like Fletcher. It's like, looks like a,
I changed my image because this is Fletcher 2.0.
okay.
Well, I can't change the name right now because nothing is working. So it's
Good.
going to be one of those kind of nights, I can say. This is going to be great.
Kansas City's taking the lead.
Here we
The
go.
Patriots game, by the way. In case you care.
What'd you say?
I said Kansas City is just taking the lead in the Patriots game. If you care.
Did they now? I would really sort of like to see Kansas City kick the Rams' ass.
They left Brady 7 minutes to tie it up, so I wouldn't be too worried.
Hold, please. Everything is.
You can stop changing the name. Why don't we just play?
I can't even get into where I could change the name. Everything's it's just, I go, yeah, let's change the name. That'll be fun. And then Roll20 is like, no, we're not changing the name.
We usually don't turn on.
That gave you the double deuce.
we
Gave
don't
me the
usually
double
turn on
deuce
lights
with
for the door
thumbs. So I don't know what the hell this thing's doing. It's it may be crashing. Yeah, nothing's. I'm getting nothing here.
in. You want to restart?
Les, just give me Game Master access. I'll change the name while you run the other stuff.
Absolutely not.
He promises he won't look at anything or change anything else.
Oh, you guys saw him. He comes in every afternoon about 3 o'clock and just starts noodling around, see what's going on. And I'm refreshing my screen. I have a feeling it's because my chucklehead son is playing Fortnite upstairs and using up all my bandwidth.
I think it's time for bed then, right? Yeah.
So give it just one moment. Uno momento, por favor.
Hey, Mike. When you
Yes.
have a familiar and you're taking teamwork feats, does your familiar, does the familiar get any feats at all? How does that work?
I don't know. Each class that has some kind of animal companion or familiar does it differently. I know, like, for instance, with the summoner, Storm does get feats, but she doesn't get them that often.
That would explain it maybe, because when I took the enfilading feat, enfilading fire,
It applies to him too.
it said it applies to him, but then I'm reading the actual feat and it says that the ally has to have the feat also, but
Right. And then there's some class abilities, like, for instance, I think the Inquisitor is one of them, maybe. I know some abilities that creatures and classes can get that say, hey, you can pretend like whoever you're with has that teamwork feat as well.
Right.
But I don't know the particulars of your class, so I don't know if your companion gets that or not.
okay, I have to look and see it. It must be
I read it.
okay. I think I did too, but then I started to doubt myself.
Hey, are you guys on a different computer?
No, but you can hear us.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we lowered the desk. Gordon's got one of those raisey uppy downy desks,
Uh-huh.
and I'm sitting like 7 inches from it.
It's awesome because before I always had to like strain and I could hear bits and pieces of what you were saying. I had to try to extrapolate and try to figure out what word that was or what words that was.
Yeah, we just figured that Gordon kept you in the well. She put
Be careful, you get a massage.
But no, it's awesome to actually hear you. So
Great. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
audio's splendid.
try and,
All right, so I'm back in business. So the other Spectre comes up behind Storm in a flanking position, and the two of them
Storm is actually facing the other way.
is facing the guy.
I'll change it.
That's okay. I mean, it doesn't matter.
That's what was going on.
They are both going to attack Storm with their incorporeal touches. So first,
I don't remember where
maybe
it
in
is.
the-
second.
you describe the
Neither of those hit? 29 hit?
Oh, the 29 for touch definitely hits. I'm looking to see if
Got it,
the.
okay.
I don't remember what, but I read it.
Oh, this is just touch, right?
These are just incorporeal touch attacks,
Okay,
yeah.
so
So
it's 16 plus
Hey, real quick,
16 plus 8.
I sent an email about that ghost touch armor. Is anybody using that right now? Because if not, we need to pull that stuff out.
Yeah, Storm has it on right now, I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember having Ghost Touch plate armor. Why wasn't I wearing that?
No, actually, yes, Storm's got the shield in the other, so one of them hits, one of them does not.
Yeah, Matt, you used to have a +1 ghost touch, but I think you swapped it out with something else, maybe, or maybe you still have it.
I guess I don't remember the Ghost Touch part. Yeah, I do have the +1. Let me just open my character sheet.
So if you have +1 plate, then it's also ghost touch.
Okay.
But didn't you switch to the plus?
Yeah, I switched to the +3 with the spikes.
Yeah.
Right. So the +1's in our booty bag.
All right, so
These are just totally good spikes.
probably need to get either Matt or who else can use plate. Dan, or is Fletcher using plate or something like that?
Fletcher can, but he won't. Going into heavy armor would not be worth it for him.
Yeah, it's not worth it for a barbarian. I think clerics these days can't do heavy armor, so that rules out
What?
Lothar.
I can do heavy armor, but if I put on plate, somebody's going to have to carry me.
Right.
That's right. That was the deal.
armor. It just he doesn't have the strength for it.
Right. Okay.
Well, all things equal, I don't know that you guys have time to change into ghost touch armor.
Not right now.
No, we're gonna do that. I think it's a standard action. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
It's a standard action. It's like
No, but
In 3 seconds, I think you can get it out of it.
changing armor in the middle of battle is called the gato, and I'm thinking about trying to pull one out.
the gato maneuver. All right, so one hit.
One hit, yes.
One hit. So 6 points of damage, and I'm going to need a fortitude save as the specter reaches into Storm's chest and grabs a hold of her heart, his heart, whoever, whatever, and her heart, and squeezes the life out of him. Oh, natty 20! So you avoid a bad energy.
Storm turns around and gives it the finger.
Now, wait a second. Storm doesn't have fingers.
She does. She got claws.
Claws,
It's,
right?
kind of, it's a short little pudgy finger, probably.
All right, so she's just like...
It's got a claw at the end of it, but
All right, so
I'm sure he still gets the message. He gets the idea.
So it's trying to drain the energy out of her, and she feels this sort of black lightning stealing up from the ground as her energy tries to bleed away, but she just by sheer force of will keeps it away. And that is the specters. Next up, Gato and Bardos. What do you got?
Hey.
Gato, you see all this happening. Bardos, less so. You're kind of in the back there.
My action here will be to hold on. I'm going to tumble to this location.
Mm-hmm. All right. So you're not tumbling. Well, are you tumbling through an enemy space?
No.
You're going around them. So what
Going
exact
around
square
them, but
are you looking to get into? This one here? Or this one? Because
I'm
if
going to
it's
end up in
that
this
one,
one here. Yeah.
if it's that one, I think you do have to go through an enemy space.
No, I can go straight across and then up.
You can tumble in an L shape?
Tumble is yeah.
All right. All right. Let's. So that being the case, you would potentially draw not one but two attacks of opportunity. Three if Storm wants to give you a smack.
Depending on what I roll for my acrobatics because of my mobility check. Yes.
Right. So do you know the DC on that?
Yes, it's 25.
Good Christ! Did you roll a 33?
Yes.
Holy cow! All right. So you guys see Gato sort of do like a herky and a cartwheel. And then there's a little bit of tumbling and some sort of thing like you see in gymnastics. And the next thing you know, he's behind the other specter.
Okay, the only reason he was able to do that is because Storm's giving him the finger and distracted him.
If you look at it in slow motion, he's tumbling by and you see Storm just like,
So I now do my one attack.
ooh, you Gato. All right, 25 to hit. So what are you using as a weapon? Do you have a magical weapon or something that has ghost touch on it or something that can...
It is a magical weapon. It's my grandfather's blade.
Your grandfather's elven blade. Is it an elven blade?
Yes.
It is an elven blade. So let me check and just make sure that that is something that can happen. One moment, please.
It is a +1 elven blade.
+1 elven blade. All right, so let's check. Incorporeal subtype. No physical body. The incorporeal creature is immune unless attacks are made using a weapon with ghost touch. Addition, creatures immune. Incorporeal special quality. 1 moment, please. Incorporeal. All right, so it is immune to all non-magical forms of attack, even when hit by spells or magic weapons, and it takes only half damage from a corporeal source. So half damage you have done, and it is immune to sneak attack. So you do 6 and halved, and they don't have blood, so no bleed. So 3 points of damage to that guy. It's not nothing. It's definitely
But
something.
it's close to nothing.
It's close enough, but it's not nothing. Well, hey, he gets back there and said every little bit helps when you have these guys. I mean, incorporeal creatures are nothing to sneeze at. So excellent
Actually,
work.
if you sneeze at them, they probably blow away.
They might, yeah. It's like, Bardos.
I'm going to use a cantrip called Disrupt Undead. It just does a D6.
Ooh, okay.
4 points of damage to the one closest to me in front of Flashheart.
Does it get a saving throw?
Nope, no save.
No saves. 4
I
points.
think it's a touch attack, though. Range touch.
Oh, is it? Let me look at it. Says instant, no save. 1 action, 40 feet range.
Oh, it's got a range to it?
Yeah.
So it might be a ranged touch attack, so you have to
It's a.
I'm looking it up here.
It is a ray. So
you
yeah,
have to
it is a. You need to make a ranged touch attack. So let me check the touch AC, which is pretty good actually. So you would make a ranged touch attack at your normal ranged bonus. And it's not going to be enough. The ray goes shooting down the hallway. Touch attack AC is 15 for these creatures, so that would be a miss. But a good idea.
Probably hit Storm and
You probably smack Storm. Storm's flipping off everybody now at this point. Are you gonna, Bardos? Are you gonna move at all, or are you gonna stay back there behind Lothar?
I think I'm going to stay right there for now.
All right.
that's a good spell, dude.
That is a good spell, and it's a cantrip, so you can use it over and over again. Farina and Lothar.
Okay.
I guess that wasn't for us, Don?
No, it's for Mindy.
Okay.
Lothar, Farina, what are you guys gonna do? Hello? Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Hang on a second. Yeah, Jennifer, she's
Yeah,
gonna-
yeah.
so she's coming in a second.
I'm sorry, I got thirsty. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thirsty's okay.
I'll be right back.
I'm back. I'm back.
Okay.
My turn.
Yep.
Who's next?
Me.
No, after. Go ahead, babe. You go.
All right. I am going to burst to harm undead.
Okay.
12
12
points of
points. I get a save?
You get a. That's what I was looking up. You get a will save for half damage.
All right. And what's the DC on that? Because they've got a will save of +9 and they get a channel resistance +2. So that's an
19.
11. Okay, so hold on a second. Let me finish this message. And also, okay, so first specter, second specter. Ooh, man, 20. So they both get half.
Yeah, they both take 6 points of damage.
Okay, so not for nothing. That's it's putting them slow but sure. It's putting them down in the dumps. All right. Hold on a second. Let me.
Let's do me a favor.
Yeah.
Resend that link.
That's exactly what I was going to do. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
I was gonna ask what energy to put. I was going to do resist energy, but I don't know. Has anybody got hurt by these things yet?
What do you got?
Yes.
I'm injured, but I'm not.
Storm
I'm not
has.
asleep.
And I thought someone last time we played did.
Was it some
Flashing.
kind of energy where I could use energy resistance to help somebody? Was it a
No, it's like it's negative energy.
Yeah, it's sort of. It's more like.
It's not one of the elements. It's not
Yeah.
fire, ice, or anything like that. It's negative energy.
Yeah.
Somebody new is joining us installing Zoom.
Yeah. Mike's friend Jamie might be joining us momentarily, so we're looking forward to seeing.
Welcome, friend Jamie.
All right, so
How
so
did Jamie feel about plate armor? You have a spare set. Put it on. Let's go.
How do you feel about alcoholics?
I don't know. Ask him once he jumps in.
All right, cool.
How about Soul Reaver or whatever? Soul Cleaver.
All right. So, Lothar, are you going to move at all, or just the burst?
No, just the burst.
Okay. Farina, you have not done anything yet.
No, because I mean, even I remember last time when we quit, I don't have anything. I have no magic weapons. I have no spells. I'm really.
You staying out of the way.
I'm pretty much out of the way, and the Otto is still.
Is your bow magical?
Is it?
I don't think it is.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I've got replacing ammunition, but I don't have a magical bow.
He's got those +2 beast.
Okay, I wouldn't use those.
Well, if we survive this, let's spend some time crafting up super magic.
Well, if it's a magical, arrow, it'll do half damage if it hits.
It's not magical. It's just I've got the ability to replace ammunition. Does that make it a magical arrow?
Oh, you have +2 Bane or something like that. I don't remember what there you got.
Yeah, I do have a couple weird, but I don't think they were appropriate. I looked at that last time too.
Okay. All right, so just gonna hang back.
And Otto's still like freaked out and on the other side of the line.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't have to worry about him either then.
No, unless he's freaked out because of the nature of these specters. I mean, he's an animal, so it's really sort of both him and Siggy were sort of like frightened off. Gato, give me a perception check.
Ow.
Ow.
Okay, we shall hold on just a
Fall into
second.
the larva.
I'm concerned that the DM is rolling extremely well and we are not.
I got like 320 so far today.
I noticed.
Fletcher
you should stop.
and all right, bottom of the order, Fletcher and Flashheart. Fletcher. Oh, there you are. Okay. So Fletcher, did your name change? What?
It's going to crash again if you try to change my name.
If I change it back, it'll crash again. All right, so you guys, Flashheart, you're right there. Radiance out, ready to slice open a specter, such as you might try to.
I thought it was Fletcher's turn first.
Yeah, and so Dan, what in the way of magic weapons are you using? Is your
My sword is aligned good.
line good? Okay, so I don't know that will help because it's not like a plus.
Yeah, it's not magical. It's just
Yeah,
for overcoming.
it's for overcoming DR or
Yeah, it's pretty much overcoming DR of
evil creatures.
usually evil creatures.
Normally good, but
Hey, you guys, does elixir of magic weapon? I mean, it gives you a plus.
yeah,
It would make it a magic weapon.
It
Yeah.
does make it a magic weapon?
it
Yeah.
does.
Oh, well then I can skip my turn, but can I quaff that potion then?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we can put
I
you.
don't know.
Don't do that.
I
Put it on
wouldn't
the
do
weapon.
What?
Don't drink
Don't-
it.
Don't drink it. Put it on the weapon.
Yeah, you actually.
Otherwise, you'll have a magical stomach.
Oh, well, I can vomit on him. 30-foot
Magic
projectile
burps.
vomiting.
It will hit. If you were to drink it and vomit on the specters, it would do half damage.
Although I would say right now we've got both of these things down to like 20%.
They're pretty low.
I
Maybe
would
you can
almost say
blast
that
it.
for a
Okay, I'll
fight
keep
that we're
it.
going into.
I'll just keep it off to the side then. Thanks for the input.
But yes, definitely that's a
Yeah.
I
good
guess we
idea,
didn't look at that.
especially for Fletcher since he doesn't have magical. That's definitely
Yeah,
Well, maybe I should I don't know how I ended up, but maybe I should just give it to him.
Between Storm and Gato and Lothar and Flashheart, and I mean everybody else seems to be able to pull out to do some damage on them. Now it's not huge amounts of damage, but
right.
But they are doing damage. I don't know. I mean, it's your call. I'm not gonna.
I'll just wait. I'll wait for now. We'll see what else turns up today.
Yeah, I mean, how much more?
My base attack bonus went up.
How many more could you toss at us, Les?
I'm pretty sure everyone's gone. I think this is the last two things. I think
This is the
everyone
last
outside's
two things,
gone
yeah.
too.
Then you're gonna find the banner like laying in the floor, just about 20 feet away. All right, so we're back to Fletcher and Flashheart. You guys haven't done anything. So Fletcher, what are you gonna do? Because I mean, you probably have a pretty good idea that you're not gonna be able to hit these guys.
Yeah. I learned that in the first round, actually, because I hit twice and it didn't do anything.
Okay.
So I'll just let Flashheart go.
All right, Flashheart.
All right. Flasher forgot he leveled up and his base attack bonus to jump. So by the power of
fading out
Elder-
there.
Yeah, you're hard to hear, man.
Oh. How about now? Is that better?
Oh, much better.
All right. Headphones slipping behind my ear. Okay. By the power of Omade, eat it.
Ooh, that's a hit.
Oh, and
That's a crit threat.
That's a crit.
Oh, is it really? Okay, roll to. That is a crit. That is a confirmed crit. So do you want the?
I think we want. He's that low. I want double damage.
You want double damage? Okay.
Yeah.
Which nullifies the half damage.
Well, he's using radiance, which is a holy magical weapon. He can get it. Oh well, yeah, it would. It would nullify the half damage. You're right.
Okay, so this will be double damage here. Yeah. Ooh, so 18 points.
18 points. Well, weirdly,
Well, it's 9 points.
Well, but
No,
it's double.
It's double. I'm not.
It's
a
double,
crit.
and it's half because it's corporeal.
Doubled and halved, so it's just 9.
Oh, it's just 9 points. Well, regardless, you see radiance go and chop into the creature, and then you see it begin to sort of disintegrate in Sauron style. Things begin to kind of loose at the ends. Wisps of this black darkness start fading out on it, and boom, it disappears.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Keep that up.
All right. Now the other one hisses at you and attacks.
Wait, hold on. Flash can still move.
You can still move if you want. Fletcher or Flashheart, you can move, or Fletcher, you can move. as well.
I'm happy to move if I can flank for whoever's attacking next. But I think if I move, I'm going to mess up Fletcher's attack, right?
No, Fletcher's not going to move. He can't attack this thing.
All right, then I'll move to here to help flank.
Okay.
I'll get my,
Three-way flank.
Yeah.
Flashheart, give me a perception check.
Happy to. Mm-hmm. Flashheart.
Actually, come back to here, because if you go that far, you suffer a attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you would pass through a threatened square.
All right. 13. Here, Don? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd have to go to there,
Thanks. Good call. Thank you.
and that would help maintain the flank too.
Yeah.
You would get instead of where you were before that next square, you wouldn't have any flank, but in this case, you would have a flank that way.
Ooh.
All right, what did you roll? Is that 13 a perception check?
Yes. Like I just received.
Is Storm close enough to get whatever perception check that?
Well, she's sort of got a specter in her face, and a specter which hit her last time. So I would probably say her attention is focused. But Flashheart, you don't see anything because your attention is focused on the specter as well. But you do hear what sounds like a metal door clanging in the distance down in the way. Maybe not clanging, maybe just like opening. I don't know. It's
In
hard
front
to
of me
tell.
or behind me, or can I tell?
Down to the east, down the hallway to the east.
Reinforcements are coming, guys.
The area from which the specters came.
Hey, Fup, heads up. Something wicked comes this way.
Something wicked this way comes. Well, the specter is angry and is going to try and hurt.
Storm.
God,
Actually, Storm hasn't got to go since the last time the specters.
Wait, how come Storm didn't go?
got to go.
Illendar didn't go either.
What's your initiative?
I don't know.
Roll it.
I was the bottom of the barrel. That should have been done last.
You gotta roll initiative. You never rolled initiative, dude.
He came in late.
I came in late.
All right, so you're gonna go at 18. And
Mike, you rolled a 26.
Yes, that's right. 26. That's what I
Oh,
meant.
I went up and looked at it. It's a 26.
Where?
So scroll up right above Gato's acrobatics.
I do not see any 26s. Oh yeah.
Illendar, Mike, rolled a natural 20 plus 6.
Was that your initiative roll?
Yes.
Dylan.
No.
The answer is yes, Mike.
No, you know what that was? That was Storm's.
When someone
That was
asks you if you go
fortitude
back to
save.
20, you say yes.
Okay,
Oh,
that was
that was
Mike's
pretty
first
sad.
and only roll so far this game session.
That
So
was
I
Storm-
thought it was his initiative.
Yeah, that was Storm's fortitude save. All right, so Mike, go now, and then we'll return you to your regularly scheduled initiative spot.
Okay. Hey, Jamie, what's up?
Hey, Jamie's out.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Everyone, Jamie's a friend of mine. Well, Mike, you want to introduce him?
Jamie's a friend of mine that I haven't had to pay to actually be my friend for like the last 30 years, unlike the rest of you. So
You want that? I've been paying for it for 30 years.
Where's my payment? I haven't got no money.
I'm holding it for everybody. I'll pay it out when.
Yeah, Jamie and I have known each other since we were, I don't know, young punks, teenagers. I don't know.
Hola.
Jamie joined us on this past Friday night here at my house. So welcome, Jamie.
Jamie has a nice firm buttocks.
Hello?
Ask Don.
That was leg day, so you got me on a good day.
You did say you were clenching, so.
Friday night around here is.
And anyone who knows Don didn't even like bat an eye whenever that comment came up. The rest of you were like, "What?"
Belichick just stomped on his Microsoft service and then threw it into the crowd. Is that product placement when you do that?
I don't think Matt's talking to us. We're gonna just go ahead and mute him.
Yeah.
All right. So can you see everything? Can you see the map and everything?
Yep, I'm good.
Everybody? Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. So
Storm's flipping around
okay.
and going to attack the Spectre.
Okay.
Um,
Good luck.
well,
Now, Storm's paws are magic weapons for the sake of.
yeah. Right now,
magic attacks.
her body strikes as a magic weapon.
Right. Ooh, but those attacks are not going to be enough. Well, wait a second. The second claw and the third claw. So not the bite, but the two claws do hit. Now they are.
Now it's corporeal, so it's half
weapons.
damage.
Be half damage. So half of 23 is 12. I don't know. That's going to be enough.
I think she does it.
I hate when this happens. She does. She sends it the other way. Just passes her things through, and you see that same sort of dispersal.
Hey, Mike, you're welcome for the flanking.
Of the black, the blackness. Yeah, that's.
I didn't even put the flanking in there. It should have been too higher. That means the bite should have hit too.
What?
I didn't put flanking in there. Anyway, doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter because you got rid of her. So
Storm tore it up.
The Spectre disintegrates, disperses into a cloud of darkness, which lessens. Otto comes sniffing forward. I can see that.
Okay.
Better to hear me this way?
But Gatto, give me a perception check.
Storm's gonna take a 5-foot step up.
Okay. You're gonna 16. So you hear that same sort of a metal door open. It sounds like it's opening.
Just in this general direction down this way, right?
Down to the east. Now I don't know. You don't see anything down there, but
Well, I yell for Flashheart and Fletcher to get ready in front of me because something's coming.
That's Storm's job.
Storm and Flashheart, yeah.
Fletcher's the death smoocher. Flashheart.
the death smoocher.
Can you hear me better
Say
now?
less.
Oh, yeah, much better, Matt.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Is this a cell?
Let me see. I'm gonna move you for a second.
Flashheart's on the way.
It's a cell.
Okay.
Yeah, all of these little areas are cells. Now, in these particular cells, there's nothing in them, but yeah, they do have bars in front of them. So
No, this area here does not, from what I can see.
yeah, from what you can see, it does not.
Okay. Yeah, there's somebody.
What?
There's a whole bunch of
There's three
somebody.
somebodies.
5.
I'm gonna come up a little bit, but I'm not
6.
coming all the way up.
Okay. Go.
Fletcher, give me a perception check, and Ilindar too, or Ilindar too.
And Storm.
I meant Storm. Yeah, I meant Storm. Ooh, Fletcher. So Storm, it's hard to see because there's Gatto's in front of you and Fletcher's there, but Fletcher.
She's probably still gloating over a kill.
Yeah, she's still like but Fletcher, you sort of like peer down into the darkness. You the first thing that you detect is sort of like this hissing sound, like kind of hissing, and then there's the sound of dragged footsteps, and then slowly out of the darkness comes what first you think are humans, but then you get a look at them. And I'm just going to make one bigger so that you guys can you can see it. Can you see it? The picture?
Ooh.
Hey, I'm pretty sure the second guy back there, isn't that the dude that sings Beautiful People?
Have a look. Is that
That's Marilyn Manson back there.
I don't know. It sounds to me like we're about to be attacked by slee stacks.
Well, once you see them sort of slithering forward and hissing, and their black, shiny eyes sort of glowing in the light that Radiance puts out as Flashheart moves forward.
Oh, Paladin, we have some undead for you.
They have sharp teeth and all black eyes, completely black, all pupil, no sclera, and there seem to be several of them as they move forward. What do you do, Gatto and Bardos? You guys are next in the initiative. We're not going to drop out of initiative, but
well, maybe I did.
Since
Gatto,
all those skinny, we need to figure out which two people are going to be fighting them.
I was going to throw Stone Call down there. That's something I can do. Might do a little damage.
Ooh, that's nice. Yeah.
But I got to wait my turn.
I'm saying, who do we want to line up as the front line? Because they will be the only ones that can swing at them.
Flashheart for sure.
Flashheart, do you want energy weapon or enlarge right now?
I already have radius,
the
so
only
I'm
one
probably
that's-
large.
Okay, Bardos will move forward and enlarge Flashheart.
Can I pass that potion to Fletcher as a free action?
Probably a move action or something.
When you're about to quaff,
Yeah.
it says poison all over it.
Poisonous vomit could have been very cool
Yeah.
and memorable.
That would have been kind of cool.
Just as a side note, I can cast magic weapon on him and
Okay.
if you want to save the potion.
Okay.
Poisonous vomit happens to me every Sunday morning. Just ignore that roll. All right, so Gatto, Bardos, what are you guys going to do? Gatto, you don't see them at first, but as they slowly, I mean, your elven eyes are pretty good too, just like Death Smoochers. And so pretty soon you see them coming forward. They are slavering. Their faces are covered with what looks to be some sort of blood. It's black in the darkness, in that light, but they look hungry and eager.
You there, Don?
No,
Nope.
he's not there. All right, Bardos, what about you?
I took 5-foot step and put enlarge person on Flashheart.
Ooh, okay.
So now he's going to be the only one taking these guys on then.
There's some other room in there.
Once he gets up front, yeah, no one
Well,
else. can
actually,
get
it
along.
pushes everybody forward. So,
There's
I'm
all
gonna take Kool-Aid right through you.
right.
Well, when I cast
There's an
Stone,
opening right here that he can. Right here.
Could Gato have gone to the side?
there is, yeah. I mean, it looks like there is some sort of small inlet right there that he might be able to duck into.
Stone Call is going to fill the end of that hall with rubble, like 40-foot radius. 40 foot, no, diameter? Diameter. Double check. 20-foot high.
I had to step away, guys. Am I up now, or are you guys?
Oh, you missed it.
Yeah, you're up now.
We took your turn for you.
Hey. Well, Flashheart's big. I see those guys at the end. I'm gonna let. I'm going to delay.
So what happened just now is you got pushed forward because Flashheart is like got enlarged. Bardos enlarged him, so he pushed everybody 5 feet forward.
Okay.
Accidentally.
Paladins are like that.
Yeah, paladins don't care who they hurt.
You're assholes.
But Gatto, so you're probably closest to these creatures. They're looking at you. You can see them. I mean, their black eyes shiny in the dark,
Oh, my
kind of
God.
looking at you like a combination of feral creature and insect.
Okay, let's see. 5, 10.
And you see as you're staring at these creatures, your elven blade and your grandfather's blade in your hand, you can see one of them. His mouth opens like super hot, like way too far, and this big sort of tongue just lolls out.
If one of them gets to here, I will charge and attack it.
Okay.
That's my plan for this round.
Okay. Now, are you doing? Is this some sort of variation of Opfire?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. Do we need to mark that square?
I know where it is.
All right. All right. So you're going on a sort of weirdo Opfire. All right. Cool. Bardos then Farina and Lothar. What do you guys do?
Les, can I cast Stone Call back here?
So the range. What's the range on Stone Call?
160. So I'm totally good there.
So you're good. So where do you want to put it farther than that?
Yeah, I want to put it back here because it's got a 40-foot radius, so it'll fill this whole corner.
Well, I think you have to plant it somewhere you can see. I don't think you can see back in that area. You could maybe put it here, sort of behind them.
Yeah, somewhere between there and there. Okay.
All right. Show me again. Show me a place that you can see that you want to put it.
Just basically as far back and over as I can.
Over and up?
Yeah, up here.
Best I can do is like right on top of this dude here.
Yeah.
You want to do it that way?
Sure.
All right, here we go.
Oh, yes.
All right, let me center this.
Now, that's all difficult terrain.
That's all difficult terrain. And so all of a sudden, all this stones come pouring out of the ceiling. It's almost as if there was an earthquake that just shook the whole thing, although it doesn't affect you guys, so it's certainly not an earthquake. But all this stones and dirt and everything falls on these creatures. You can see them like kind of like going this way. How much damage do they use?
Just 5.
5 points. Is there any save for that, or?
I didn't look it
It's
up.
a reflex, isn't it?
Is it a reflex save? Hold on.
Dodge.
Look that up real quick. Yeah.
How do you dodge that much stone? Seriously. I guess you can cover your head.
Just like
You summon Pebbles.
because he has to go to an optional baseball.
Sorry, man.
Quick, while Les is listening, roll like 10d6 and say that's the name. Oh.
All right. So
There's no saving throw, Les.
no saving throw. So everybody
No
gets 5. Wow. Put this.
That's right. Shane was the one that used to play with no. What was the other one that he did that just pissed you off, Les?
Black tentacles.
Yes.
No, it was that black ray of flesh parting thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I
Oh,
hated
yeah.
that one. That one sucked.
That was
Very
awesome.
few that have no.
Black tentacles and black ray.
Yeah. So should
Is it-
slow him down a little bit at least.
A little bit. So now this whole area is
Difficult terrain.
difficult terrain, which is going to have their speed. Which let me just make sure I move that.
Hopefully these are the slow zombies, not the fast zombies.
I don't know that there's zombies at all. Excellent work, though. Nice work, Farina. Lothar, Farina casts a spell, and you hear her drawing on the power of nature to destroy these creatures, or impede these creatures. What are you going to do?
Ziggy is going to fly up to where Death Smoocher is
Okay.
and cast Magic Weapon on his greatsword.
Ah, okay, very nice. So what is that? That's going to give him +1.
Yeah, it makes it a +1. It makes it a +1 weapon, and it lasts for 6 minutes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so now
Thank you.
you have a +1 greatsword, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, my turn. Well, they see you guys and realize that the attack has commenced, so they are going to come at you. However, the difficult terrain impedes them significantly. You see them sort of clawing out of the rocks and that kind of stuff. So they move 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's going to be the entirety of their moves. It's just to move in. Oops, shit. Nope. Is moving forward. You can see they look like vampires. And a couple more. Hold on. 1, 2.
Man, I prefer them as zombies.
So they come rushing out of there, and they're just like coming through there, blood on their faces, long fangs, black eyes. They are coming for you, and you can sense their hunger.
Well, Gus gave us the warning when he told us the prisoners weren't laying in all their blood.
Yep.
I'm known for my hints. All right, so that's them. That's as far as they can go. Fletcher and Flash Hearts. You stand there. Hold.
Get up there, guys. Get up there, guys.
I'm pausing and letting Flashheart go.
Okay.
Oh, get out of my way. All right.
So an enlarged Flashheart, giant size, with a huge blade, radiance blade.
Can Flashheart reach over people to attack?
Yes, theoretically. So he has reach now of 10. So yeah, theoretically he could stand behind two people. Like if Gato or Storm and Death Smoocher wanted to like be the front line, he could stand behind them and stab over the top with.
So he could stand behind Storm and Fletcher and attack.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Is that what you want me to do? I thought you'd want. What's the? Do I go farther distance when I'm enlarged, or do I same distance?
No.
Same distance. Yeah, you don't go any faster.
Oh.
Like you should, because your gait is longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's heavier. So remember the rule. The height increases arithmetically, but weight increases algorithmically. So he may be twice as tall as he was, but he's like 8 times as heavy.
Just big armored.
Yeah, he's basically a wall with armor and a sword.
So if I charge down there, that's going to put me.
Well, you can't charge because
you can't charge.
Way.
Oh, you're doing.
Yeah.
Now you could go down there. Now I think your movement rate is 30, right?
Yep.
20.
So that stays. Oh, is it 20?
No, it was 25, but with this armor, it's 30. I think I don't have the weight restriction anymore with the.
Most plate armor is 20.
Yeah, but if it's magical plate armor, the weight restriction is taken off, right?
It's not a weight restriction. It's any heavy armor.
Yeah, it's any heavy armor.
I thought you have a feat for that as a paladin. You don't have that.
There are feats I think that can nullify that, but
now you're gonna make me look.
If you use both of your movement actions without the charge, you could get to here. Basically,
that's just out of reach, right?
You get forward. You could get to there.
That's within reach.
Yeah, that's as far
as. No, it's not within reach.
Well, it's a double move action, so you wouldn't be able to do anything.
Yeah.
Right. And even if you could charge, that's as far as you could charge.
But you would be within a 5-foot step of that little inlet that you were looking at of trying to slip inside there.
Now,
if you're planning on fighting over the tops of your friends,
I would not fight around that inlet. I would be back here a little bit.
Well, I can stay
we
right
want to
here.
limit. We want to limit them to two abreast.
Yeah. So I can hold my action here if we still have players to go, or I can move up and fight and fight defensively.
So if Fletcher wants to come out there, now Fletcher's got some maneuverability, and he's got speed 30, correct? Or you at speed 20 now too?
No, I dropped from 40 to 30.
40 to 30. Okay. So you could get right up. I mean, you could get up there. You would be forfeiting an attack.
And I'd be all by myself. I could charge.
You could charge.
If Gato wasn't there, Storm could charge and make it all the way up there too.
Okay, Gato will get out of the way.
Not Gato's turn.
He's delaying, so
he's ops fire. Yeah.
He can go whenever he wants.
Whenever he wants.
It is Ilandar's turn though. It is Ilandar and Storm. I skipped you again. I'm a very bad DM. Sorry about that.
Oh, even before Flashheart, yeah.
Okay.
Yes. You can go now, Storm, if you want.
I'm going to delay, and Ilandar is going to call to Gato, step back. And I'm going to delay until Gato steps back.
All right. Now, Gato doesn't come until the next round, after Fletcher and Flasher. So
he's an outfire. He can kind of come in whenever he wants.
Well, this round I called a kind of like a outfire thing, so I can't end that outfire.
No, yeah, you can't enact it. Although it's an atypical outfire, so it's not like your weapon thing. I'll tell you what, if you want to go now, I'll allow it, but you're going to move. You're going to end up.
Initiative becomes now.
Yeah, you're going to lose your initiative, your high initiative.
Okay, I'll lose my initiative.
Done.
Okay.
So what's the plan?
Storm's
You move
charging.
back. Storm's charging.
She gets right there and does a pounce on that guy.
All right. She will get an attack of opportunity from this guy.
Does he have reach?
Right here. Front rank. He's right,
Yeah,
right next to her.
She's only entering into that square, though. She's not passing through.
That's right. That's right. I hate that rule. I'm changing it. I get to take. I'm sorry. I'm making this canon. I get to do attacks of opportunity when anybody ever comes near.
Whenever I want. Technically,
And I get to do more than
you can
one.
do that.
All right. So go ahead, Storm. You get a single attack on that guy.
She's got pounce, so she gets a full attack.
All right. Let's take a look.
And those are all too higher because it's a charge.
Okay. So the bite and the claw, the second claw attack, both hit. For what it looks like 25 points of damage. Is that accurate?
Yes.
So it's not going to be quite enough. Close, but not quite enough. So she rips into this guy, and you can see that she bites him. She takes a big chunk out of him, and he's like, and she's clawing him, and she's ripping big chunks out of him. This black blood just comes pouring out all over everywhere, and and he's staggered back, just like is all this stuff kind of things that, and he's staggering around, and he looks really badly hurt. The other ones are just like, oh, you did not do that, and they are getting ready to swarm around. So, all right, so Gatto, you've gone to the back.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. All right. Ilindar, are you going to do anything else? You personally? Or are you going to hang back?
Yeah, I'm not. I probably can't see a whole lot just because I got a big flash heart butt in front of me, and it's a no hall. So I'm probably just going to hang out and just wait until we all start moving down the hall.
Okay. Cool. Flash heart and Fletcher. Fletcher, what are you going to do?
All right. If Storm's charging, I'm charging. But I only get one attack. I don't have pounds.
Correct.
Well,
Hey, Fletcher, I got a new battle cry for you.
But let's
Hi,
be honest. You do more with your one attack than Storm does with the three of hers.
If I hit. What were you going to say, Matt?
I said I have a new battle cry for Fletcher. Hi, I'm John Wick. Have you seen my puppy?
You're the one who killed my puppy.
That's how tall are the ceilings?
They're pretty high. They're actually like 24, 25 feet. But carved in stone. 28 is going to hit.
Assuming that's a hit, yeah.
Hey, by the way, I need to stop the battle right now just to tell you guys that Marla came down to bring me apple crisp. So
Where's ours?
that would be there. It's here. So if you want some, come on by.
Bring by.
I'm actually 20 minutes away, so I might just do that.
That'd
It'd
be
probably
awesome.
be that long before I'm up again.
It's fantastic too. All right,
Yeah,
Fletcher, that's a
your
solid
little
hit.
friends are here.
Ooh, mama, 22 points of damage. That big. Did you add the magic weapon damage to it?
Yes.
Okay, so 22 points of damage. Again, not quite enough to kill it, but you certainly grievously injured it.
And as a reminder, that's magical and good now.
Yeah, so excellent. So it was looking at Storm, and then you rolled up out of the darkness, and it kind of like looked at you, and you were just like cha-chunk, bury that sword right into its rib cage. And again, this black blood is just all over everything. It's getting all over. It's squirting all over and that kind of thing. All right, Flashheart, your moment to shine, my man.
Not this round.
Yeah. You're more
once he lumbers up
Get ready for next round.
He can do a run, can't he?
He can now.
You can do a run, but you don't do anything at the end of it.
Right, but he can be all the way there.
Right.
Get all the way there.
Oh, I'm going to do something you hardly ever see me do. Channel positive energy.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. What's that, pal?
Wait a second. What's the range on that?
That's a good question.
30 feet.
30-foot radius.
Yes, I'm within range.
Let's have a look, sir. Are you gonna if you're channeling positive energy to try and hurt those undead? You're just too far away.
Oh.
Yeah, and you might want to wait to do that until you're.
Oh, wait.
Double move and channel next time.
All right. I'll do that.
Well, no, wait a second. You can't channel and attack at the same time. Though. What about Radiance popping over the top? I want him to do that attack.
Could I thought I couldn't attack. Didn't we say that?
You can't now. Next turn.
Okay.
But you'd be better off doing a burst.
I think so.
Bursting hits all 6.
With this many undead, I think that might be a good use of my burst.
So you see a couple of things. The three of you see a couple of things. On one hand, to the south, you see that little inlet that you guys were looking at goes about 5 feet in, and then there's a set of double doors. They are not barred. They're normal kind of doors. There doesn't seem to be any bars around them. In fact, it's the only inlet that you've seen so far since you've entered this sort of prison area that isn't barred. If you look to the north, you see that there are bars in front of you. And then about 15 feet behind those bars, in a really sort of large room, is another set of double doors, very similar to the ones to the south. But these are behind a wall of bars. Now, the door to that room is unlocked and sort of hanging open. So it would not be a big deal for you guys to get in there. But it's different.
Are the gates closed on all these bars? I mean, are there gates to them that are open?
The gates, so some of them are closed and some of them are open. All the ones that you were back where the people were all closed and locked. Now, the ones that are kind of, I mean, you really didn't check. The ones that you passed by as you were moving eastward, you didn't see any that were obviously open. This one is obviously sort of standing open, but only about a foot or so. And you don't know behind the spawns what's going on back there. But you heard that door sort of, which was your first clue that something was coming, and so you think that probably the door's open because they came from somewhere. All right. So that's Flashheart. Top of the order, Bardos, Farina, and Bardos and Farina. All right, so you guys are in the back. Farina, have you soaked your arrows in that magic weapon stuff, or are you even good about it?
No, I'm not. No, I have not. But I want to know how levitate and moves. I want to use my levitate scale.
Okay.
How does that work with move?
So the thing about the scale is it in itself does not move. So you remember it sort of takes you up on a like a silver cloud.
Right.
And it takes you up. I think you can go up as high as 15 feet.
I can go up 70 feet, but I want to move down towards there and shoot over Flashheart and down into.
Well, the thing about this
would be to run down there and then levitate up, because you can push yourself. You've done it before, where you push yourself along the wall,
but it's much slower.
It's much slower,
and you'll be moving over the top of your friends, which puts them in a cloud.
Okay, that's fine. So that's what I'm going to be doing.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, precise shot though. You can just shoot through.
I can, but if I get within 30 feet of them, then I have another bonus on top of it. So off I go. But I want to levitate over Flashheart's head.
Okay, so Flashheart been enlarged, so twice his height. So if he's normally 6 foot, he's 12 feet high. So you've got a guy who's 12 feet, and then you're going to levitate above him, which means that you're going to be in the 13 to 18 foot range. So you're still probably 3 or 4 feet down from the. I mean, your head is probably 2 or 3 feet below the ceiling, but yeah, there's not a lot of room up there.
Well, I just want to get high enough to where I can, and it doesn't really matter. Like Gordon said, I do have precise shots, so it doesn't. I'm not going to get penalized.
Right, but you don't want to have to deal with cover.
I don't want to have to deal with what?
Cover negatives. Because if you're shooting, I mean, you can do precise shot, but there's still an element of cover there.
Oh, for that?
You want a clean shot at them.
Yeah, I just want to hover. I mean, my legs can be behind his head. No one, that's not going to affect anything. So I'm just going to go up high enough. I'm going to try and get within 30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that.
Actually, you just need to pop it there and just set on his shoulder and then start like shooting things from there.
Well, no, she can't. Not while she's on the thing. The cloud holds her up, but she can't like step off of it.
Well, if she's sitting on his shoulder, then it doesn't matter. It'd be like Master Blaster.
Yeah, but you can't set the cloud on a guy.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I don't think it takes. That scale isn't that a free action? The scale. But I got
It's a swift action, yeah.
and I double move, so I don't get to shoot this time. So
You don't get to shoot.
Correct.
So yeah, that's pretty easy. Basically, you've got 3 tiers of fighters. You've got Death Smoocher and Storm down at the bottom tier, fighting it out with swords. You've got Flashheart behind them, stabbing away, and then above Flashheart, you've got an archer shooting down into the thing. These
We don't play around.
yeah, you guys don't play.
Otto's
right.
going to stay in back and hang out with the other ones and provide protection in case
Okay.
somebody pops up.
What about you, Bardos? What are you doing back there? Where are you, by the way?
I just went forward.
Oh, you move forward. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to try that Disrupt Undead again.
All right. Now, it's not an area of effect. You pick it's a ray. You're shooting at one
right.
guy, right?
Yep.
Okay. Which one are you shooting at?
I'm going to try to Verm one of them. Let's see what the range is 40 feet. And my attack is +6. Okay. I'll do the one to the north.
Okay. 23. That will hit.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's a range touch. So 4 points. That Disrupt Undead, as it's staggering back under the viciousness of Storm's attack. You see just all of a sudden this sort of like, you see its eyes sort of come up, and then its head explodes and it falls to the ground.
And then behind us, we hear the Nelson laugh.
That's a solid Vermithral, Bartos. Well done.
All right. Haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. All right, next up, Farina and Lothar.
Karina went.
Oh, Farina went. Who am I talking about? Oh, Lothar and Gato, sorry. And then Ilindar. Turn over a new leaf, and I'm putting Ilindar back at his proper place in the initiative roll rather than forgetting him. Okay.
I'm gonna move here, and that's a double move, so that's all I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm going to move here, and that's a double move, and that's all I'm doing.
All right. Ilindar.
Well, there's pressure. I'm going to have to follow suit, so I got to move like a double move. And
That's all you're going to
do? Everyone else is doing it, so it's got to be cool.
It's like a paladin undead scrum, and it's like a rugby scrum in the middle of that hallway there.
Yeah, I'm just moving up, and then Storm's going to.
Now, a body of a vampire spawn is difficult terrain, at least until he gasses out and heads back to wherever he's going to go.
Ooh, gas.
She's just going to reach diagonal and smack at this guy.
A second verm.
The other guy, a catty-cornered Vermithral?
Awesome.
Well, she got out-vermed by someone else, so she's going to try and verm.
Okay.
She's going to pay it forward.
You're going to have to explain this to Jamie at some point because he's like, what the hell are these people talking about?
Is that a cataverm or a double verm?
It's not a double verm. I
think we're in Legion territory here.
Conjugate the verm.
21, is that your to hit roll?
No.
Like
Oh,
that.
okay.
Verm.
Conjugate the verm. Bite hits, claw hits. Second claw does not hit. But 27 points is going to be certainly more than enough to Vermithral that guy. And he goes down again in a splash of that black fluid, which is now all over everything.
A verm squared.
Verm to the second power.
Hey, Les, Otto ran a perception check, just listening for any kind of life behind us.
Okay. Is that what the 21 was?
Yeah.
He does not. Otto does not hear anything behind you guys.
Okay.
You personally think that you managed to back away from the salamanders without them detecting, because they certainly haven't come through that secret door. All right. My turn. 5 foot step. 5 foot step. Ah! They are going to do full attacks on you, which is just a single slam. But even so, all right. So one on Storm. 16. That's going to be a big no. I have a feeling. One on Death Smoocher. Oh, potential fumble. Let's confirm that. 22 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. So unconfirmed fumble, but that ruins his attack. And you, I keep doing it. Sorry, hold on a second. And these guys are going to move forward as well. They're now the hissing has turned to howling as they obviously these are vampire spawns, and they obviously have not fed very well for a while because they are just completely feral and coming at you guys, in a mob as they without any sort of intelligence or anything like that.
Right.
It's like a meat grinder at this point.
Yeah, it is. It really kind of is. There's black fluid all over the place, bodies all over the floor. However, even as you look down, you begin to see those bodies begin to go into gaseous form and sort of, what's the word when you go from a solid to a gas? Sublimate. They're sublimating into gaseous form as they begin to head back somewhere else.
I thought they were evaporating.
No, sublimating, not evaporating. All right. That's them. So Fletcher and Flashheart, bottom of the order, but top of the death dealing.
Death Smoocher first.
All right, I am going to go back into rage.
Okay.
And do a full attack.
Okay. With your natural attacks as well?
Yeah.
All right, here we
Everybody's
go.
coming to the party. Hold on, let me quickly do the math. All right, okay, cool. One more. First sword attack.
I'll hit. I assume you're doing the one right in front of you?
Yeah. Second sword attack.
That is also a hit.
Okay,
That's a
the one in front of you is dead.
That's
We
a
don't
critical.
know that. Oh, is it a potential crit? No,
Yeah.
No, but
not at a 17.
Yeah, it is. No, because he's got that spell that I cast on him.
Yeah, I forgot last time that Bardos cast that on me.
Yeah, it lasts like 60 minutes or something like that.
And what's that? That's your confirmation?
Yep.
Oh, that's a crit.
Nice.
All right, what do you
I'll just
want?
resolve this for now. Here's
Okay.
first sword attack. And
All
then
right, 22.
second sword attack. This is the one that's going
You
to
want me to remove the 22 first?
yeah,
be.
yeah.
Okay.
So we'll
So,
just
all right, so now he's waiting for a crit. All right, there you go. So, yeah, he goes down under the ministrations of your greatsword as he's chopped into little pieces. The one behind him is just hissing and mutilating at you.
Fletcher looks very sad. He really wanted to use his claws.
He wanted to use his claws. He didn't need them. All right.
You can claw the one up north.
No, you wouldn't be able to split your attacks like that because you declared a full attack.
Okie doke.
Flash art.
Okie doke. Grab my microphone on? Okay, yeah, I do. Let's see, so 3 left. I can reach this guy right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can reach the one.
Storm goes after me, or has already gone?
It doesn't matter.
Storm has already gone. Storm burned the one to the south.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to hit the one in front of Storm then.
Okay.
I was going to use a burst, but now that we're halfway through them, I think we can save that for maybe the next wave.
Yeah, save that for healing.
Yeah, Oh, wait.
That's going to be a potential fumble. And a confirmed fumble.
Gosh, man.
Storm's getting really nervous.
No, I'm right above you.
Duck, your weapon is stuck in a nearby surface. You were swinging it around, and it managed to hit in between the mortar of 2 stones. Shoot, and buried itself in the wall. The recovery.
Considering how big it is right now, I can see that.
You
Yeah.
chunked it into the wall. To get it out, you have to make a successful DC 20 strength check to pull it out of the wall. All right. All right.
That was ridiculous.
That was a little less dramatic than I anticipated.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. All right, so top of the order, Bardos and Farina.
Farina's just going to shoot an arrow.
Okay, at whom?
I am going to shoot it at the guy behind the one that Death Smoocher just took out.
Okay.
Oh.
This guy right here. Ooh, 25. That's going to hit.
And this is D8 plus 2. Fuck it. 5.
So 5 points.
That's my magic. 5.
All right, 5 points done. What about you, Bardos?
I'm going to do the same thing. The range touch.
Disrupt.
Yeah, the disrupt for 4 points.
All right, range touch attack will hit. Who are you striking? This one in front of Storm?
Yes.
Okay, so it hits 4 points. Done. As you can see, his the veins, these black veins standing out on his forehead as he's kind of like reacting to the to this disrupt undead that Bardos is setting off. Farina and Lothar.
Farina went.
Oh wait, so Lothar and Gato. I'm going to continue to screw that up. So sorry. Lothar and Gato. All right, Lothar's moving forward. You gonna burst there, big guy?
Yeah, I'm thinking so. I just need to check real quick to make sure they're all in range.
Oh, I forgot Otto. I was
Yeah,
going to have Otto come on this side and close that door if he can.
8 points of damage. Now I get a reflex save, correct?
A will save.
Will save, sorry.
Against 19. For
That's
half.
going to be tough. So, front north. Oh, he made it. Okay. The one that Farina hit? Nope. And the one next to the one Farina hit. Oh, yeah. So the two northerly ones made their saves. Only 4 points of damage to them. And then the bottom one gets 8, though. So that's him. And he gets 8. All right, done. All right, nice work, Bardo. Or Lothar. You can put in there. All right, Ilendar, you are up. And Gato. You're still waiting on Gato. What'd you do?
Gato's not doing anything.
He's just going to hang back. All right, Ilendar.
He's going to watch this door also, make sure nothing comes through.
Otto have closed it on his last round. Would he be able to close that door?
That's a good question. Can a dog close or a panther close a door?
I mean, a dog could.
A dog could.
Depends what kind of door.
I've never
Are you calling out to close the door?
No, I was just telling him empathetically.
If you say something closing the door, Ilendar will go back and close the door.
Well, I was just going to do that to catch our attention if something tries to come through. It'd be a little slower and noisier and noticeable.
Like I said, do you say anything?
Sure.
Okay, if you say something, then Ilendar is going to spend the double move to get back to the door. He can't do anything this round, but he's going to get there and close it next round.
He's going to close it next round. I'm going to go ahead and close it off because I don't think anything's going to get there.
Okay.
Before you get a chance to close it.
And then Storm's going to attack Marilyn Manson.
Okay. 25 will hit. 19 will hit. 19 will hit. Holy. I mean, she tears him apart. 31 points of damage. She just she gets the full attack bonus, and he just comes to pieces underneath her claws and teeth.
Now that is not beautiful, people.
That is not. It's their turn. And they seem, the two rearward ones, I mean, these spawns have exhibited every indication that they are, in sort of feralized, waiting, hungry for blood. But seeing their fellows just fall in heaps. Now, these, the first two that you guys killed, you see these clouds of gaseous forms just start to, and they're moving back the direction that they came. So these two gaseous forms are moving in this direction. And sort of wafting backwards. So they're a little bit, these other two are a little bit trepidatious. And one thing, they sort of look at each other, and then they go straight up the wall, spider climbing, and then come onto the ceiling where they're like this, and their heads are sort of upside down, and they're looking at you. And I mean, it's really kind of spidery and creepy. And they come trucking over to, this one is going to come over and attack Farina above Death Smoocher. And so I'm going to put him like over here so we can see everybody. And then the other one is going to come over here and put her sort of above. And she's going to be attacking Flashheart.
With Flashheart being enlarged, does he get an attack of opportunity?
It's on the ceiling.
so should I, right? I mean,
It's a moot point anyway because he doesn't have his sword.
I could punch him in the face.
I would say if he had a sword that would give him reach, I'd say yes. But since he doesn't have a sword,
He doesn't have a sword. I think so, because it would mean that she was passing through a threatened square, regardless of whether the square is up or down. So
make your move, demon.
He's got armor spikes.
with
Yeah, I got armor.
he
spikes.
does
Oh, yeah.
have armor. Well, I mean,
you don't get one anyway.
No, armor spikes is it's different. It's you still don't have range, so
You guys are not trying to help me at all. Don, mute yourself.
all right. Flash art attack. 17. Will that hit you, Flash art?
I own my days of
we can't tell him that on Friday nights.
Yeah. That's not even in the ballpark list.
All right, and now attack on Farina. 12. That's gonna probably miss too.
Yes.
It's pretty freaky. These guys are though. They're like crawling across the top. You can hear Farina. You especially can hear the sound of their like long black fingernails, sort of like scratching across the stones as they spider climb, where with their heads hanging down and upside down, looking at you. Teeth, the saliva, this gooey saliva coming up and running down their foreheads and stuff like that as they move on you. It's really gross.
Sounds like Chihuahua on linoleum.
Bardos, you give me a perception check. And Ilindar, you give me a perception.
Okay, that's not cool.
That's not cool.
29. Bardos, as you're looking in the other direction. Ilindar, you were looking in the opposite direction too, but you both sense this impending blackness behind you. Like suddenly the temperature and the lights, the ambient light, which is not great anyway, just gets cranked down a notch. And both of you turn your heads at the same time to see an immensely large creature that looks a lot like those creatures that were working with Staunton Vane upstairs. That skeletal face, big horn, and that like tight black leather skin across it, running with what you now know is acidic perspiration all over. And you just see it like kind of look around, and it looks at both of you, and Ilindar, it looks at you, and you see it just smile with those anglerfish teeth that just the mouth is. And he just pops in there, and you know from above that these guys have teleport.
Yep.
And it just boinks in there. All right.
I think doesn't the chain of perdition work as a dimensional anchor?
I
don't remember.
Don't think so. I do not think chain of perdition would work.
I have to look at it, but I remember.
Fletcher, you give me a perception check as well.
Oh boy, that sounds interesting.
25. You're fighting away, and you're looking up because you can see that those other vampires have gone onto the ceiling. But as you do, you look over at that door down to the immediate south of you, and you see this sort of blackness running out from underneath it, filling the whole area. Something behind that door is radiating darkness.
I see darkness.
No, you don't.
Yeah. I see a lack of light.
All right, Fletcher and Flash Arts, your guys' turn.
I'm going to try to get my sword back.
You need to do a DC 20 strength check to pull it out. And that's a standard action. So you would not
remember,
be
you get a +1 because you're enlarged.
You do get a +1 because you're enlarged. And your regular strength bonus as well.
Don't I get my charisma from being a sweet, charming paladin?
No. This is strictly a strength kind of thing. And don't crank too hard on it because you don't want to break it off.
Let's see. So there'll be my strength bonuses plus the +1 for enlarge. Nothing else, right? There you go.
23. You got it. All right. So it comes out. Now you have a move action, but I don't know that you want to move anywhere, and you're kind of stuck too.
No, I'll just have my shield up and ready to defend against this bloodsucker.
So, since these guys are up on the ceiling, I can't attack them.
Not without a missile weapon. They're probably 15 feet away.
But that also means they don't get an attack of opportunity if I move.
They do not. Oh, also you see now all four of oh no, you just see two. There's still two bodies on the ground, but there's only two bodies on the ground.
Right.
The other two, the first two that you killed, have already sublimated in our. You can see sort of in the darkness these sort of wisps of black smoke moving backwards.
All right. I'm going to come here.
Right. Where are you going? Are you climbing over those bodies, going into the dirt?
No, I'm coming this side to help with the demon.
Okay. You don't want to check out what's to the east?
We got enough fighters in that area. I'm worried about.
Seems really interesting.
From behind.
Yeah, your call though. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, in fact, I want to go here, so I'm on the other side of Lothar. I'll protect him.
All right, so you pass him past the Lothar. You're like, get out of the way, Lothar. You push him down. That kind of thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, more politely than that.
All right, Flashheart, are you going to move at all? I guess you really can't, can you?
We're ready to move here. This is where the action's at.
This is where the action's at. All right. Go ahead.
Where is that? Where was the super darkness coming from that we were feeling?
So, you know those
right
doors down to the south of you, the immediate south?
You can see the half circle here, Matt.
I can see it now.
Yeah.
Now, the light from Radiance sort of bats it back a little bit, and it doesn't affect your sight, but you can tell that there's darkness emanating from behind that door, and your guess is that whatever's back there probably is coming out next round.
Don, your
This
favorite.
door over here?
No, this door right here.
Oh, I was thinking that we were talking about this thing. Okay.
Well, yeah, that's one of them. Now you think that maybe there's another.
All right. So this is right place, right time, right here. Where Farina and I are, at least to deal with one of them.
All right.
But our
Hey, Les, can I add something to my turn, or is it too late?
Depends on what you want to do. Go ahead.
Since I only did a move action, I'd like to cast light on my sword.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
All right. So that's
cast light.
I can cast light 3 times a day.
Oh, you got the feet. Gotcha.
Look at how bright it is in here.
These demons in their darkness.
Both are shirting
I'm sorry,
red.
Flashheart. What are you going to do? Now, you can attack both of those guys. In your enlarged state, you can attack either one of those guys on the ceiling.
Okay. Well, but I use my turn to pull my sword out of the wall, right?
Right. Yes.
Oh, that's right. So, yeah, you can move. So you're pretty much
If
done.
you'd like to offer me an extra attack through Iomede's gift, the grace,
nah.
take it. Okay.
All right.
I will verbally taunt the 2 creatures to try to get them to attack me.
Losers. Okay, so that's the bottom of the order. Top of the order, we're back to the top. Bardos and Farina. Farina, this thing is right in your face. He's coming after you, and he is an ugly mother.
So if I drop down 5 feet, that's the only way to not draw attack of opportunity and get out of its range?
Yes. That would get you out of its range.
So I do that, and I
But if I recall correctly, well, I guess you can't do it because, theoretically it could drop down onto your cloud platform with you, but it can't. It's only 5 feet, so it includes the same space. It can't be. So is that what you're going to do? You're going to scooch down 5 feet?
Yep.
All right, so you're getting pretty. All right, so here's the problem with scooching down 5 feet is you're running into Flashheart. Because remember, you were only at his shoulder. If you go down 5 feet, now you're standing on his liver.
Is he the entire width of the opening?
Yeah, pretty much.
I thought you could share a square with a party member.
You can't share a square. You can pass through a friendly square, but you can't stay.
So
You can take the square I was in, yeah.
Well, so then if I go back this way 5 feet, then I'm still just taking a 5-foot step essentially, and I'm not.
Well, so here's the thing about the platform: you can move up and down easily, but right and left, forward and back, you have to sort of like move yourself because the platform does not move laterally; it only moves up and down.
Right, I get that, but I can't move myself laterally. That's not considered because it takes too much.
You
energy.
can, but you can double. It's double move. Basically, what you're doing is you're grabbing the wall and pulling yourself along it.
How tall is Flashheart?
12 to 13 feet.
In good shoes.
So I just wanted to clear him, so that would have put my head like 16 foot, 17 foot above and the ceiling's at what?
About
20.
24, 25, yeah.
So
So they wouldn't have been able
they
to
shouldn't have been able to attack me the first
Well,
time.
they're also hanging down about 3 feet, too. They've got arms.
Okay, so there's no way I can move and not draw an attack of opportunity, is what you're saying?
They don't have reach.
No, I think, yeah, they don't have reach. So, I mean, you could,
I'm just looking for some way.
instead of moving down, you could move back. You could claw your way and move back. It's like a 5-foot step, essentially.
Okay, that's what I did then, because I was on his right lip and now I'm on his left side of his lips.
Right. You're still at the same height where they can attack you, but you're 5 feet away, so they won't attack you.
Okay.
They can't
And
attack
then
you.
I shot an arrow at him.
Are you going to fire 2?
That was a 22,
Okay, that's a hit.
and this plus 2. God,
Oof, points.
it's getting worse as we go on.
It's the arrow just stabs into its chest, and you're thinking, man, that would kill a normal person, but this thing doesn't even. It just like snaps it off as he. It actually goes into his back because his back is downwards. But he's just crawling. He's crawling towards you, and this arrow is sticking out of him. It would be almost amusing if it wasn't so repugnant.
Okay, Otto's going to stay where he's at.
Like a child taking a dump. Almost amusing if it wasn't so repugnant. Okay, Gatto staying where he is.
Uh-huh.
Otto is not happy.
Hey, you're muted, Don. Okay, Bardos is going to cast haste.
Okay.
Otto, Fletcher, Gatto, Flashheart, and Storm. That's
Ace
6.
is purple today.
Farina.
Gatto, Fletcher. Did you say?
Purple haze.
Otto, Gatto, Fletcher, Farina, Flashheart, and Storm.
Thank you.
All right, I'm not going to put purples on everybody. So just if you're hasted, remember it. Let's do this. Who's not hasted? Ilindar,
Yeah.
Storm.
Ilindar, Bardos, Lothar.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's it.
All right, excellent work, Lothar and
Did I
Gatto.
get that right? Can't see.
Gatto, you see this thing as you do, Lothar, that's just materialized. And you're just like, oh, this is all we need, flankers. And you remember this creature from up top. This one looks kind of bigger than those, though.
And it's looking at me. It's not looking at Bardos.
It was looking at Ilindar, yeah, but it knows both. It's obvious that it knows
Right.
both.
It knows both of us, but
So I'm up.
Yeah, you and Lothar.
I moved to here.
Okay. All right.
I throw my brand new throwing axe at this guy.
Nicely done.
Like up, straight
Yeah.
up. Okay. All right. 18 is a hit. You hit that guy with your axe. You hear it like, ah! And 7 points of damage. All right, I got to see. He's got a couple arrows in him. How many points? Oh, not quite enough, I hate to say. Close, though. You bury that thing, and it's a returning axe, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you do 7 points of damage.
Brenda's
Yeah.
eyebrow goes up.
And so, Farina, you're up there. You're backing away from this thing. All of a sudden, an axe comes up from below, sticks in him, and then you see it sort of wiggle and then drop itself back out. And you see this creature's just like, and that black blood. So, Gatto, sadly, that black blood comes pouring down. Now, you dodge out of the way just in time, but it makes a huge splash.
I'm done.
All right. So, you're jumping over the top. Now, you counted those dead bodies as difficult terrain, correct?
Yes. With haste, I've got plenty.
Oh, okay. That's good. Good point. Ilindar.
What about me?
Oh, I'm sorry. Lothar, what are you doing? I saw you move. I don't know what else you're doing.
Yeah, I'm going to take a 5-foot step and cast prayer.
Okay. That basically
+1 for all of my allies, -1 for all of the bad guys.
that's to hit, correct?
It's on attack, damage, saves, skill checks.
Wow.
Ooh, that is really solid. All right. The power of Erastil fills the room, and you flashlight. You're starting to get a little jealous, frankly. All right. Excellent. So, Ilindar, what do you do?
Yeah.
Ilindar and Storm, what are you guys up to?
I was hoping not to have to use this ability yet.
What is it?
It's actually a new ability I just got.
Okay. What is it?
Are you castling?
Called Maker's Call. I can do it once per day.
What does that do?
Basically, I snap my fingers, and my Eidolon's right there with me.
All right. Wait. I mean, where? Does it have to be within 5 feet of you?
Yeah, it's right adjacent to me.
Right in
All
front
right.
of him.
All right. Boom.
Between him and the bad guy.
So Storm disappears.
Nope. So I'm going to move to right here, very begrudgingly.
Okay. And Storm's going to be right here.
Full Storm right there.
Now, does Storm get a chance to attack after this?
Yeah, she hasn't done anything.
Teleportation thing?
Yeah, that was all me. That had nothing to do with her.
All right. Cool. It is like castling.
Kind of.
We're pulling back a yo-yo.
In a few levels, I get the ability that lets me castle.
Nice. Okay.
This one just pulls her to me.
Right.
So that's done. And then she's going to try and swing at evil guy here.
The acid dude. Okay.
Yeah.
Sadly, she's using natural attacks. Bite, yes. Claw, no. Second claw, yes. However, so those are 2 attacks.
Did you add the pluses in?
No. So it's an extra 1 damage.
An extra 1 to hit.
And an extra 1 to hit if a 19 hits.
A 19 does hit, I'm sad to say.
Thank
However,
you very much.
you need...
You're awesome, Chuck.
That's great. All right, so hold on.
Her attacks are magical.
Okay.
That's all she's got to bypass DR.
Okay. Are all her attacks considered 1 attack for the purposes of DR? Or are they multiple attacks?
No, it's multiple attacks.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do that first. So she breaks into this guy and does some damage. However, I need now 3 separate DC 18 reflex saves for all those attacks.
Ow.
Because she's basically biting and clawing this creature's what's called protective slime. It's a layer of acidic slime that coats its skin.
Yep.
Any creature that strikes a babau with natural attack or unarmed strike takes 1d8 points of acid damage from the slime if it fails. Ooh. So it's a DC 18, so 3d8 acid damage. That is not going to be pleasant.
Roll like me.
Alas, I cannot. I guess I can. I can. 3, 2, 6 points of acid damage. Oh, Storm, you got off lucky.
Yes.
Got off real lucky. 6 out of a possible 24. That sucks.
And sadly, that was still better than me.
I did my best, Chuck. I'm sorry.
There are no 1s there. Hello.
Yeah. It was as close as I could get. All right.
Okay.
Next up,
that's all I can do.
These 2 spawns have now changed into gas, and they are moving in the same direction as Gato. Hold on a second. Wait. These are there. So I forgot gaseous forms can only move 10 feet per round. So they are slowly meandering back towards that back room back there. And Gato, you can feel these things kind of like the cold, undead presence of these creatures as they flow over you and through you as they're moving back in the thing. They can't hurt you,
Right.
but it's just unsettling to have these creatures around you. The other one, these are both going to attack Flashheart now, since Farina has moved away. First attack. Oh, God. Potential fumble. I'm going to go ahead and roll the confirm.
Well, that's a fumble.
That's a confirmed fumble with a natural attack.
I think you fall off the ceiling, right?
I think he falls off the ceiling as well.
He might.
Oops, I slipped.
Doesn't make sense. Tiring attack. You are fatigued. They're immune to that. Hold on. Oh, unintentional move. Move 10 feet in a random direction and provoke attacks of opportunity as normal. All right, so I'm going to, so this is the northerly one I'm talking about here. So since she's on the ceiling, downward is a potential random direction. So I'm going to roll a d10 as opposed to a d8. If I get a 10, it's a re-roll. If I get a 9, it falls. Does that sound fair?
Sure.
All right, here we go. 6. So it moves sideways 10 feet. 1, 2, cannot go 3. Probably would, it would bump into him. So then it's got to make a reflex save. I'm going to say DC 15 reflex save. Okay. Wish I hadn't said that. Made it. Okay, so it's going to be here. Now it's still on the ceiling, but it's next to this guy as it sort of bumps into him if it goes the wrong way. All right, so he still has an attack. So his attack, that southerly guy, is also attacking Flashheart.
Doesn't he that broke an attack of opportunity when he moved?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, if he, yeah, you would get an attack of opportunity. Trying to think of if Farina would. I guess not.
No, she's got a range.
But yeah, Flashheart would. You would get one.
Remind me when I'm hasted. Do I get a bonus to hit or not?
+1.
+1, and the prayer you get a +1.
Yeah, so you get +2 to attack.
Okay.
So go ahead and take it if you dare.
All right, I'm gonna roll up a newspaper and hit. Spider.
It's a miss. Too bad. The other vampire is going to try and attack you,
That's the
Flashheart.
highest roll I've made yet.
Oh wait, I already rolled that. It's a 22. Does a 22 hit you?
Nope.
Oh fuck. Okay. So
Hey,
that's
Les,
yeah.
thanks to the armor.
You guys earned it fair and square, Mr. Spiked Armor. You're gonna be the evilest looking paladin in all of Drezen. So
I'm gonna put rainbows and stuff on the spikes. It'll be good.
all right, that guy is going to attack Storm. So he has 2 claws and a bite as he goes to attack Storm, and he has significantly better attack rolls. So let's do this. Claw, bite. So there's 23 hit Storm?
Nope.
Okay. In the meantime, Flashheart, Farina, Gato, you guys both see the doors down to the south open and a creature step through. It's another one of those creatures. He steps into the Radiance's light, so...
Did we miss chance on these things?
He pops open those doors, but he does not get an attack. He smiles at you, anglerfish teeth. All right, Fletcher and Flashheart.
Fortunately, it's a 10-foot move, but I'm going to come to here.
Yeah, you have to do a spread, Fletcher, since I roll a 2 is my highest roll for the night combat wise.
So now you're a +4 on your attack.
Yes.
Okay.
There we go.
15 is going to miss, I'm sad to say, bud. That natty 3 is not going to be sufficient to smack this dude. Could you add the bonuses and everything like that?
Yeah, let me do the math here real quick. So +4 + 6 is 10. +4 is 14. -2 is 12. Yeah. Oh, now +1 for the sword. Does a 16 hit?
Nope.
Yeah,
Got anything else?
No, that was it.
Good. You don't want it to know you're there until you like stick that thing up. It's whatever.
You're flanking. You get a flank.
Flanking's in there.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, Fletcher. That's still a miss.
Happy roll.
All right, Flashheart. You're surrounded by undead. Now is the time for Iomede's champion to show his mettle.
Iomade, make me proud. I'm going to hit this one right in front of me. Oh, wait. Oh, I didn't see this thing right here. Was this a better target?
Well, you've got two vampires hanging upside down on the ceiling. Attacking from that guy, and then this guy, this babau demon, has just come through the door.
All right, let me get the first vampire. Let's clear the ceiling here. Oh Jesus Christ!
Where'd you roll? I can't see it.
That's Iomade Christ, I think.
I rolled yeah. I rolled a 1, 2, 2 so far tonight.
Ooh, yeah, no, that's gonna miss.
But you get another attack.
Yep.
That's true because of
I
haste.
forget I'm 6th level. I also get another attack.
Yeah, you get 2 more attacks.
You get 2 more attacks.
Ooh, okay.
Let me hit the
You don't have to take them.
Boom. That one.
Now, is that on the vampire?
That's on the vampire.
That's a hit.
All right. Let me put some damage on you. So damage is going to be with me. Let's see. Where's my 1d? 18.
18 max damage. That's pretty solid. And that's on the one on the ceiling. Not quite enough, but Radiance withdraws a significant amount of that black blood from her.
Perma-throw him on your last one.
I'm going to vermin. Here we go.
Oh, nice.
7 will hit.
All right. Die.
Oh, another max damage. That's she falls to the ground. Ah! Lands on the floor at your feet and begins to effervesce.
Stomp on her head just to make her go faster. All right.
All right.
I will turn to the babau and this other vampire and get ready, and I will taunt the babau to try to keep it off Serena.
Okay. Do you speak its language? Do you speak
Infernal, right?
It's abyssal is what babaus speak.
No, I don't. Yeah, I do. I get those mixed up.
They also speak celestial and draconic.
They speak common, orcish, demonic, giant, and abyssal.
It kills me they speak celestial.
Well, know your enemy.
You have to be able to taunt them.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I imagine their accents are terrible, though. All right, so that's Flash Heart. So that's the bottom of that order. Next round, at the top, Bardos, Farina. Now, Farina, this thing was attacking. It decided to attack Flash Heart, and so did not move towards you. But now you've got this, as you look down, you see this big acidic black-skinned demon come out of the doorway. It does not look happy. Well, it looks kind of happy.
I think Bardos is going to go first. Go ahead.
I'm just going to cast energy weapon on Fletcher.
Ooh, okay. So it's magic weapon and energy weapon. What kind of energy?
Sonic.
Sonic.
Excellent.
Poor man's loudspeaker. All right. So don't forget that damage. Farina, what are you going to do?
Oh, I guess Fletcher's now giving Storm flanking bonuses.
Indeed.
Indeed. So I'm going to run Otto in an acrobatics type run. 27.
Okay.
Hasted past this guy.
All right.
Up to me.
Okay. So Otto leaps out as a run, dodges through the creature's legs, and kind of slashes down at him to try and grab him, but misses him. And where did he go? Oh, he went all the way through. He went going all the way through underneath the. Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be doable, don't you?
You said to you, didn't you?
Yeah, to me. I mean, not past me. I want him over.
Oh, you want him back? Okay, like right here.
And then I'm going to. I've got 2 arrows. I'm going to shoot one at the vampire.
Okay. Hit. That may finish him.
+3. So
that finishes him. You
wow.
finally get him. Boom. He shoots down. You watch him drop to the floor. Plop. Right there at Flashheart's feet.
Does 17 hit the demon?
17? I don't think it does. It does not hit the demon.
Okay.
The arrowhead goes clanging off of the stone wall. But the demon, you see the demon look up with those eyes that are more at home at the bottom of some trench than here in the stonework of Citadel Drezen. Look up at you, and there's a grimace of those 2 large teeth Those large kind of looks at you.
Am I safely out of its range?
You're out of its natural attack range.
Okay, so I just want to raise myself up as my move action.
You going straight up?
I get a full attack, so I get, I'll take myself up 5 feet.
Okay. So you are very close to the ceiling, which is about 25 feet high.
Okay, that's it.
All right. Excellent. Lothar and Gato.
Quick question, Les.
Uh-huh.
Can I use a tinder twig as a wooden stake?
No, it's too small. A tinder twig is really only a twig. It's only probably this long, maybe 4 or 5 inches. Unless you really sort of need a piece of wood.
Are wands made of wood or are they made of metal?
They're typically made of wood.
Most are made of wood, but not all of them. But I don't have a lot of wands.
If you got an arrow or a bolt.
Yeah, an arrow would work, right?
An arrow would work.
Arrow would work.
So you know that it's typically the stake through the heart and decapitation. And if you really want to be sure,
where are you going? That's what Farina says. Where are you going?
You would take the heads and put them under running water.
Right. Yeah.
You may not have that opportunity.
These doors locked.
Those doors are open.
Okay. Do I see
standing open?
Do I see other clouds before these 4 guys back here? Do I see others? Because there were 6 total.
You do not see any other clouds.
How you dug for the rest.
And honestly, it's hard to count those clouds. They're all mixed together. It's dark,
You know. What's in this alcove? Anything?
Nothing in that one. You do see in that one, though, there seems to be a large pile of dirt. The smell of that dirt hits you even as far away from it as you are now. So you're probably 10 feet away from it, like in the back of that cell. There's a big pile of dirt, probably 3 or 4 feet tall. And it just smells really bad, like decomp a little bit. But it looks like a pile of dirt.
Okay, now there's a large pile of dirt everywhere because of her spell.
Correct.
But there's a larger mound there?
Yes. It's like 4 feet tall. So her spell didn't create like 4 feet deep of
Right.
No. Yeah, it's a much larger mound of dirt.
Okay, so I did 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'm going to go in there.
Okay. Ugh.
And dig around and see if there's a body in there.
All right. There is no body in there, but there is, as you sort of look at the top, there is a significant indentation. So it's
currently occupied.
Yeah, it's not currently occupied. It's not as if they were burying themselves. They're sort of nestling into these big piles of what you'd suspect is grave dirt, and they're just sort of hunkering down. They're in an underground, lightless area, so they wouldn't necessarily need to have a full coffin here.
Right. Okay.
Okay?
That's it for me this round.
You're going to hang there. All right. Lothar, what are you doing?
I'm going to take a 5-foot step here.
Siggy coming down to your shoulder?
Siggy can stay hovering. She can come down to my shoulder, whichever.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Spear of Purity.
Ooh, what's that do?
And attempt to attack this one. So it's a ranged touch attack.
Okay.
24.
Ooh, as a touch attack, that is going to be pretty hard to beat. Yeah, that's going to be very easily hit.
Okay, so there's some
Which one
variables.
the left one or the right one?
The left one.
Okay.
An evil creature takes a D8 points of damage per 2 caster levels. An
It is definitely evil.
Wait, an evil outsider takes a D6 per caster level. So
it is an evil outsider.
Okay, so it takes a D6 per caster level and is blinded for 1 round.
Is there any save?
Yes, you get a will save to reduce the damage to half and negate the blind effect.
Now, one thing I ought to mention right now is they do have spell resistance. Is spell resistance a factor?
Hang on, let me look that
because
up.
some of these ranged touch attacks, spell resistance is not a factor.
It is a factor.
Okay, so you got to do spell resistance, which is a D20 plus your caster level.
Okay, let's see here. 25.
And you beat it, so it does affect it. Very nicely done. You can't complain about those rolls. Natty 19. All right, so
I'm all good with that. So a D6 per level. Hang on, let me get that.
D6 per level, and it's blinded.
It's a D6 plus 6. 8 points of damage.
Per level?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's supposed to be my bad.
What's your caster level? 6, right?
Right. So 19 points of damage, and it's blind.
All right, look at all those ones, man. You got bruised.
Well, at least I hit. I can't complain about that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Don't pick on him.
Yeah, come on.
Great.
I hit something, for God's sake.
Boy, you hit him hard. You did a significant amount of damage, and he's blind, which makes it even worse. I'm checking to see if he has blind fight, and he does not. So, how long does the blindness last?
1 round.
1 round. So he's blind next round. Okay, or this round actually. All right. So, are you going to move, or is that all you can do? Oh, you did move.
I did move. I took a 5-foot step. But that's
Okay, perfect. All right, so my turn. These creatures effervesce and begin sublimate and begin moving forward. These move forward here. Gaseous creatures can only move 10 feet per round, so they're sort of slow boating it across there. Now the demons. This demon is like, as the spear of purity hits him, he does not like it a bit, but he is not really in a position to get to you. I'm trying to think if he could get to you. How could he get to you? I want him to get to you, but there's too many people spread out all over the place. He can't
Yes, feel free to accept all of the attacks of opportunity to come over here.
Well, no, they can teleport at will.
Yeah, but he can't see.
It's a good point.
So he can teleport into a wall and remove himself forever.
That's not going to be super cool.
And I'm good with that too.
All right, he's going to opt, in light of the blindness, he's probably going to opt not to teleport. He is going to try to attack who's in front of him, which in this case is Storm. He's going to try and do that with his 2 claws and a blight, but he gets 50% miss chance even on hits. So let's give it.
He's not going to hit anyone.
Roll your 2 to hits, and if one of them is enough, you roll 50%.
All right, claw, bite. Ooh, look at all those! Even blind, he's doing okay. So does 30 hit?
No. The natural 20 hits because it's a natural 20.
Because it's a natural 20.
I'm going to roll to confirm this thing.
And you're going to miss.
I'm going to miss. So I do get exploding dice, but I have to roll 50-50 first hand. So I'm going to roll.
I forgot all about exploding dice.
A D10.
Call it first.
I'm going to call it first. I know this. It's high is hit.
So Storm again.
What a dog.
Lifts that paw and he extends that middle finger and says no.
Except for that it can't see it, so.
Yeah.
You can't see it. You might want a better taunt.
You got to wait till his sight comes back before you flip him off. All right. That being the case, this one down here is going to attack Flashheart, and he also is going to attack with his claw bites. So first claw, second claw,
nope.
Bite.
Yes. Wow, that's a few good hits.
So
yes.
A claw and a bite.
Yep.
All right. So let's see. Oh, they're all the same. So
don't forget, you get a plus to your armor class for being hasted.
Oh, well, okay. Then let's go back up. 25 misses then.
What?
27 still hits.
I find this.
I'd like to level target about even.
Trap shit. You guys all have to keep quiet.
Also, the prayer includes armor class, doesn't it?
The 27 will still hit, right?
Actually, I'm wearing the other plate mail under this plate mail, so that includes.
Double plate mail? That won't work. 10 points of damage is the thing.
There's a special feat.
with its long and horrible claws. So 10 points of damage to that. Fletcher and Flashheart, you guys are up. So here, if you want to get a little payback, you can do that.
I'm gonna go full on this babaus here. So
all right, 3 attacks with radiance.
Yep.
Let's see some ones. Come on, you can do it. I know you can.
Wait, hang on a sec. The dice rollers disappeared off the screen here. Let me bring that back.
Les didn't want you to attack him.
I'm sorry. If you can't roll the dice, those are automatic misses. I'm sorry.
I think it crashed on me. Hang on a second. I'm coming back. Did I disappear out of roll 20?
Ooh, yeah, you did.
No, I see him.
Somebody disappeared.
This is Les. This is how Les gets rid of me. Oh yeah, I guess the flasher misses his turn.
Just roll real dice and honestly tell us what the rolls were. 20, 20, 20.
Yeah.
And make sure you don't wait for the sound to stop before you
Honestly. Cheating is a free action. Is that what the... I don't think we lost anybody, did we?
It just looked like somebody did, though. But you're right. Everybody's there.
All right. Roll it up.
I'm out of roll 20. Can you give me 1 second?
Sure.
I'm back in.
If you want to roll, there you
Well,
go.
yeah, that was good.
All right. So, Fletcher, you want to do yours first?
Yeah, I'll go after Demon.
So that's going to affect his
AC.
It means he loses his dex, which frankly is not as much as you would think. So, all right. So, but you do have an advantage, and you're flanking, and you're prayered, and you're magic. Pile up those buffs, baby.
And I'm going back into rage.
Back into rage.
He's pissed off because he missed last time.
Go, Death Smoocher.
Sword number 1.
Get him, Death Smoocher. Oh, that's a hit.
Sword number 2.
That is also a hit. Two solid hits. You get 3 hits?
Yeah, because I'm hasted.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, nice.
Natty 20, possible crit. Go ahead and confirm it. That's a confirm.
Okay, he can stop rolling now. There's no way.
Can we just say he's dead?
No, we cannot. You can roll ones just as easily as Chuck can. So
it doesn't matter what I roll.
Maybe not in the same quantities, but
nobody rolls ones as easily as I do.
well, he has DR. So
Right. Here's the and don't forget a magical and
holy
and sonic.
Good, yeah, and sonic.
All right, so the holy in this case is what's helping you the most. So
all right, so here's the first sword attack.
All right, 26. Okay.
Second sword attack.
Wait, does that contain the sonic damage?
No.
No,
We didn't get to sonic yet. We're just going to see if he survives any of this crap.
All right, I'll just tell you right now. You've already done enough damage to kill him. So
why is it
and there's another 50?
So 54, 60,
Plus 50,
69.
104, and we didn't do sonic yet.
Am I miscounting something? Why is yours plus 18?
Doubled. It's a crit.
Yeah, the plus 18 is I went back into rage on top of everything else.
Oh, right. I don't have rage. Okay, cool.
All right, so 104?
104, and if you want me to roll sonic,
I do. I want to see what the total is here.
Do I get it 3 times?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3d6.
And that was D8 or D6?
6.
D6, 3d6.
Suspense.
Wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
10 more points. 114 points, which, and correct me if I'm wrong, and the only person I think could do better than that would be
Illendar. Yeah, Illendar just looks over and says, man, that's almost as good as I do when I swing.
So with that, am I talking out of school to say that may be the single largest damage roll that we've had yet in this campaign?
In this campaign, yes.
Somebody mark this moment so we can put it in the highlight reel.
I put it as a bonus XP for Fletcher.
I believe you call that disarticulated, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he comes to pieces. So this is yeah. So he just, I mean, those 3 strikes, you're just like, and it's like sonic booms going off. Storm, Illendar, even Bardos to a certain extent. You guys are sort of thrown back by the vituperativeness of the sonic attacks. It's like ka-wham, ka-wham. It's like he's like clanging. It's like somebody's clanging 2 giant cast iron pots together when these things hit. But you see this thing just come to. I mean, it's brutalized. He's in a couple of pieces down on the ground.
As much as the bonus XP for Fletcher is cool, maybe the 2 guys who buffed him up and blinded the you think? Come on, Bardos and the priest did a pretty good job too, huh?
I'm willing to put that bonus XP into the kitty.
Yeah, see if we can sell the bonus XP in town.
Management will take it under advisement. We'll get back to you on that.
Nobody respects the buff wizard.
Yeah.
Nobody does.
Nobody respects the buff wizard.
This is the Death Smoocher show.
All right, Flashheart, you're back. Are you back?
I'm back. Here we
He's
go.
back. All right, let's see what we got here.
I'm gonna look
Now,
over.
it's
I'm
going to
gonna
have
try
to
to
be
be-
pretty solid for you to compare to Flashheart's dismembering of that
Yeah.
cloud demon over there.
I'm like, ha Iomade, assist me. No.
Again, maybe
Oh.
not. 26 is a hit.
Iomade, have I offended you?
Yeah, but you maybe should stop calling on her out loud. Maybe that's what it is.
You were just so awestruck by a Death Smoocher.
Yeah. Or like
16
pieces of
points.
their bow are hitting me in the head there.
Well, it's not nothing, but it's certainly not a knockdown. Certainly, even more certainly not a complete
What was the
Cuisinart.
total? 100 and what points?
114.
14.
Yeah, wasn't 114. That's what we're all going to hear for the next 3 months.
Yeah,
He's gonna get it tattooed on his arm.
we got to cut that section off with the sizzle reel later on your highlight video.
All right, so that's the bottom of that round. We'll back up to the top. Bardos, Farina. Bardos, you just saw Death Smoocher just turn that guy into demon cheese.
Gross. Very gross.
The ground is covered with blood and slime and this acidic stuff, which is smoking a little bit as it hits the cold stone of the floor.
And Fletcher has a big smile on his
And Fletcher has a big smile. He's like, he's basically looks like Stiller in Mystery Men right now. He's standing on top. Ah!
As a free action,
I love that movie.
Karina's going to yell out, Gatto, like, headed east. I don't know. Maybe he's looking for his buddies.
Oh, he's betrayed us again.
Hey, Les, can I move past Flashheart on the north side without getting an attack of opportunity?
Yes, you can.
Okay, well, I'm going to go try.
And remember that door, the door to the north is open, at the door in those bars. So if you wanted, it's standing open. So if you wanted to go north as opposed to due east.
Split the party a little more. That's,
No,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
going
if
to
you wanted to go off by yourself.
Yeah, if you want to go off by yourself, maybe do a little investigating.
Phone call still there? Is that still?
It's still there. How long does it last, by the way?
Can I call it off whenever I want
You can cancel it, yeah.
as a free action?
I believe it's I believe it's a free
I
action.
think you have to cast Stone Recall.
I'll cancel it.
You're gonna is it your turn yet? Yeah, it is your turn. All right, so you're gonna cancel it.
That's a free action, though, right?
Yeah.
Boom.
So suddenly all those rocks sort of just go and
I
disappear.
think canceling a spell is actually a standard action.
Oh, is it? I don't want to do it.
Don, mute yourself.
You guys are just like, Don's like, well, actually, and everybody's scrambling for the mute
So
button.
not helping.
Turn him off! Turn him off!
Oh, well, that'll slow you down from splitting from the party anyway.
All right, so that's a double move, Les. I'm just going to try to.
You're gonna get in through there. All right, so you did pass through a couple of gaseous forms, and again, that feeling less so. I mean, it affects you less than probably a terrestrial creature, but you still get a little bit of a chill as you move through there. Was that an arrow shot I just saw?
No, that's Otto running past this guy now.
Which guy? Oh, the demon guy?
Uh-huh.
Whoa! Oh, so that's an acrobatic check. So yeah, he kind of like tucks under this guy's legs, and the guy's like, what?
And then he's going to do a claw.
Okay, he's going to turn and attack him.
Mm-hmm, with a claw.
All right.
Now, what's a hasted cat capable of doing for...
Does he have pounce?
No.
Okay, so
It's a single attack.
he only gets a single attack. So you
Even
can pick
when
which
hasted.
one.
Yes,
Even-
even hasted.
Okay.
Yeah, the extra attack and haste only works when you do a full attack action.
Well, we know he's an acid blood guy, so we're not going to bite him. We're just going to claw him.
Claw him, all right. So 21. 21 is going to hit. That hits him. So you do hit him, but you will need to do a DC. Any natural attack, any non-weapon attack, you have to do a DC 18 reflex save.
Oh, okay.
But do your damage first.
Okay, so half of this plus 4, so 5.
5. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do
And then I
that.
have to roll the d20 plus my cat. Plus what? So
It's just a reflex save.
oh, okay.
Cat's reflex save.
For the cat. Got it.
Got it. Oh, nice. You managed to do it. The thing about Otto is like he managed to dodge the acid, but he doesn't think he did too much damage to the creature.
That's okay.
But he certainly he certainly will be delivering a flank bonus to Flashheart. Which
I got
that was the aim, wasn't it?
Oh, no. Yeah, actually 16s. Those are 16s.
It still wouldn't matter.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. So that's Frina, Lothar, and Gato. Now, Gato, I got your message, so I know what you were doing, but that won't take. It's oh, here we go. I will let you know about the first part. For the second part, the answer is no. Okay. Here, I'll just let me write you a quick message. It would help if I could type. There you go. Let me know if you have any questions. I will look into the other two things. Or the first thing that you mentioned. Okay? And the number is 6. When we talk about several. All right, Gato?
You're still muted, by the way.
I am?
No, Don is.
Oh, Gato, do you get my message? You know what's going on?
Yes, I got your message. And I know it's a little early for those things to show up, but I'm keeping an eye on all of them.
I will get back to you.
I'll go back to mute.
All right, excellent. Lothar.
Okay. Don didn't do anything that hurt us. He's allowed to stay unmuted for now.
He's on probation.
Right.
Yeah.
You're on super secret probation. I'm going to move to here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon here.
Okay.
You can't move there this round. Oh, wait. Never mind.
You can.
Don,
You're about to go back on mute, dude.
I know.
Okay, there you go. Spiritual weapon, and it can attack this round.
Yes.
Hey, Les, since we know Lothar's going to cast that a lot, shouldn't you have artwork for a bow and arrow?
He's have an icon that's a bow.
I kind of like drawing it.
It adds a little artisanal feel to it, yeah.
I like to stay in touch with my artistic merits.
Can a spell?
Frankly, are low. But,
You need to practice more.
Yeah, I know. All right, so... Oh, no, that's a tough fumble. Roll to confirm, my good man.
Ooh.
AC is 19. That's a confirmed fumble!
Actually, it's +1 for prayer.
No! Well, now, wait a second. Whoa. You cast that prayer before the spiritual weapon was here.
Yes, but the prayer lasts for a very long time.
Yeah, but it wasn't even there.
What are you talking about?
It is now.
It's not a prayer. Is not
Isn't it like bless, where it's just always there?
Yeah, prayers lasts for rounds.
Yeah, but it's not like it. Wait a second. Is prayer like in a 30-foot radius around you?
No, prayer is in a 40-foot radius, and everyone was affected when I cast it.
Does that radius stay?
So his argument is that it affected him, and the spell's coming from him.
No, it affects everyone at the time in the range. And then those people are affected by prayer until the end of the spell.
Like a burst.
It's not like a magic circle against evil that stays fixed and people who move in and out of it.
Right. What I'm saying is you have the benefit of the prayer. Well, I guess it uses your hit rolls, doesn't it?
That's what I was kind of going to say.
Yeah.
Lothar was in the prayer.
Lothar was in the prayer. He cast the spell. The prayer chains out to the thing. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so that being the case, it is a 19, so that is, and it has an AC of 19, so that is a unconfirmed fumble, which is just a miss.
You just a miss, right?
So,
right.
There you go. All right, anything
else?
What?
I will say, if it was a summoned creature, he wouldn't have prayer.
Right, if it was a creature, right. So spiritual weapons sort of exist in this limbo between purely unintelligent spell forces and creatures. Because they're sort of intelligent in their own accord, but not really.
Right.
Almost like unseen servants.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen one.
They're a little bit analogous. Although I guess unseen. That's funny. All right, negative XP bonus. No, Ilandar's up. Ilandar and Storm. What are you guys doing? So the creature's down. So technically, you guys are safe. I mean, you guys can probably take a little break.
Ilandar's going to walk by here, and as he walks by Fletcher, you're going to pat him on the shoulder and say, "Thank you very much."
No problem.
All right. Fist bump as you go by, and so Ilandar.
No, that's what Storm does. Storm comes by, fist bumps him.
Fist bumps him. Okay.
With stubby little fingers.
Yes. And we're just going to get you right there and then kind of see what's going on.
Well, I mean, you don't need to do a perception check. I mean, you can see that Bardo seems to be moving into the other room. Lothar is on the other side of Flashheart. Flashheart is in a battle with this demon, this other demon, and Farina is way up high on that cloud thing, and you don't know whether or not she's
okay
or what.
If there's nothing between this creature and Lothar, Storm's going to come up, walk around like this direction, and then put herself right there.
She's hasted, so she has all the movement in to do that.
Yeah, and that being the case, I don't think that it would provoke because she's only moving in to attack. She's not moving through to attack.
And yeah, she's not attacking. She
takes a long way around. Okay, all right. Does she get an attack or no?
No.
Okay. All right. And you're just going to hang back there next to those two cells? Okay.
I'm probably letting the adrenaline kind of like settle down, and the whole facing demon by myself wasn't something that
you'd hope to do.
Right. That wasn't like that wasn't one of the items on his
bucket list kind of item. I want to go to Jamaica. I want to swim with the turtles in the Galapagos, and I want to fight a demon single-handedly.
Actually,
that is definitely on my bucket list.
You've already completed that bucket. You filled that bucket with body parts. All right, so my turn. So the vapors continue to waft their way into the other room as the Babau demon goes after Flashheart, continues to go after Flashheart with his natural attacks, which are terrible. Here we go. Claw. Ooh. Claw. Ooh. Bite. Oh my God.
We'll take those.
That sucked.
Storm intimidated him.
Those were
fantastic.
Those were shit. So, all right. The dice is what it is. So he does not hit anything.
Welcome to my world.
The bad thing is Chuck's jealous of your rolls.
I haven't seen a 4 since 2016. Fletcher and Flashheart, you guys are up.
Hey, I'll have you all know I hit something, by God.
You did.
Yes, Fletcher, would you like to embarrass me on this one too, or do you have something else to do?
You go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, Fletcher, you're kind of out of position for an attack. I mean, I don't know that you could get close enough.
Here we go. Yes.
That is a hit. That is a now I'm sure that there's a
+1 for prayer.
Did you add that?
Yes, I had a +1 for prayer.
Did you add your pluses for flanking?
I did not have flanking pluses, no.
All right. So
+2.
2 hits.
2 hits and 1 miss, unless you can come up with another +1 from somewhere.
Yeah, Don, can I get a +1 from somewhere? Just re-chime in.
Can I get a +1?
And haste.
Just give him +1. All right. 2 hits.
Haste and prayer.
Okay.
Haste is +1.
Yeah, haste is +1, prayer is +1.
Yeah, it's not gonna be enough.
Yeah, okay, so 2 hits.
16,
14 and 15, so 29.
29 points. So these radiance strikes hard at this demon. Remember, this blade was designed for exactly this. It's a crusader's blade.
Did you include the damage from
prayer?
prayer?
Flanking?
I did not. I forgot there's damage from prayer. What is the damage from prayer?
+1 each.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Don's right.
2.
Yeah, so it's +1 each there.
Did we add 2 for flanking?
He did.
Yeah, he did.
He did. So 2 hits, 1 miss. Now we're
Okay.
good. Solid strikes. Radiance pierces the creature and it lets out an unearthly scream as it's and then Flashheart comes around for a second slash, scores the skin of this thing's chest, and that more of that slime comes pouring out of its guts. You don't know if it's filled with it or if it uses it for blood or what, but that acidic slime is everywhere.
Die, fiend, die.
Fletcher, are you going to do anything, or are you just going to hang back and sort of watch the show?
So, question: if I went to this square, would I be able to attack him?
I don't think so. If you were enlarged, maybe, but not regular thing. It's just out of reach.
Then
my legs.
But if you want, Storm was just doing that as a defensive move for Lothar. If you get in there and say, Storm, step aside, Storm's going to jump back.
Yeah, but Storm can't
do it
that.
this round, but she'll do it next round.
I'll come here and say, Storm, whenever you're ready.
Out of the way, dragon.
If it's still alive next turn, I sure would love to kill it.
Okay. All right, there is that. So, okay, that's Fletcher. Back to the top of the order, Bardos Farina.
Bardos is going to reserve, not do anything right now.
Okay. Farina, what are you going to do? Getting crowded over there with the doorway.
Yeah, she's washing dishes. Hang on a second.
Okay. We'll skip over Farina.
Can she do that up in the air?
That was I did not
I
expect.
didn't realize we had generated dishes.
Yeah, well, we'll skip her for a minute, and Lothar and Gato. So Gato, I have a feeling I know what you're doing.
Yep.
Isn't it my job to wash dishes while we're playing?
No, your job is to wait until about quarter till and then fall asleep and start snoring on.
Your job is to snore loudly while we're playing.
Oh, poor Matt.
Oh, boy gets tired. It's all right. It's Sunday night. By the way, before we carry on, I just want to mention that tomorrow is MLK Day. Several of us have off. I don't have a job, so I'm off. But if we want to go a little longer tonight, we certainly can do that. If less people have to work.
What do you?
Depending on the turn order, I'm okay with that. But at that time, the lunar eclipse is gonna.
Oh, it's gonna hurt you. Okay.
At 12 minutes after, now I want to go see it.
That's cool. We can stop at the normal time. What'd you say, Jennifer?
What do you mean you don't have a job? Did I miss something?
I don't have a job.
Yeah.
I'm a drag on society.
Really? By decision?
Les was let go. He was
He's been talking about it for weeks, Jen.
I got let go in mid-December.
His a-hole agency let him go, and then 6 weeks later they offered me a head of agency position.
The job that I asked him for.
Yeah.
Those dicks.
Wow.
I would take it if I could hire you back. But, I don't think that's going to work out.
It's okay. I mean, you can take it if you want. I would never
begrudge.
Yeah, would never begrudge it.
If you just start dying nightly, that's just a pure coincidence.
Just completely.
5 more babaus right behind you.
Wow, look, it's a whole half dozen babaus, and they've got you surrounded. They're incorporeal and invisible.
It'll end up being a good thing, Les. It'll be the right.
Yeah, I got a couple opportunities. I'm still waiting for Chicago to get back to me, and
I'm frustrated they haven't got back to me.
I mean, frankly, I've seen old people fuck faster than this, but
okay, Claude.
Is that auto? Were those autos? Who rolled that one?
Fumbled. There was a 14. So
ooh, I think that is a. I hate to say it, but that is a confirmed fumble. And that's on auto?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, natural attack, fumble. Jam a finger. You deal damage to yourself.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll damage and take it yourself as you.
So half the 6. So what would that be? 2 plus 4 is 6?
Half of 9 is 4. Why are you taking half?
No, it's a D3 plus 4.
Oh, so half of 5 is 2 plus 4 is 6, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then the next attack was a 17.
The next check is a 17. What is that? The fumble would, if that's still auto, the fumble would stop their attack.
Okay, sorry. And then 2 arrows from Farina in the demon.
Boom, 26 is a hit.
Ouch.
That's a hell of a shot.
That's 2 hits.
2 hits, 2 arrows shooting into him. I'll go ahead and roll the damage. Now, are these arrows ensorcelled in any way?
They are
I
not.
think they're arrows of babaus lane. I'm pretty
Arrows
sure.
of babaus lane. I love the names of these demons. Go ahead and roll the damage. I can hum the. Oh, okay. So 12 and 7. Very nice. So the arrows jam into it, but you don't think you did a ton of damage. I'm going to go ahead and that's how much right now. It's got some pretty significant damage reduction. So so a little bit, not a ton. It does not seem to notice that you shot it, but it does now have 2 arrows at least sticking out of it. All right. So that was Farina.
Me?
Yeah, Lothar and Gatto up next.
All right, so the force weapon, that would be an 18 with the plus.
That is a miss. I hate to say, AC 19.
Okay, and then I am going to burst.
Okay.
For healing.
For healing, okay.
And omit the babau.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. Oh, Jesus Christ. There we go again. So
Holy shit, man.
Everybody.
That's brutal. That's
a 1, and a 6.
brutal. I don't know how you can, I don't know. One of these days I'm going to go through these things and I'm going to do the data analysis on your rolls.
No, you're not, because you poisoned my rolls a long time ago. You and your hacker buddies.
I don't have that power. I'm not a hacker. I'm just a mild
hacker buddies. It was your buddies. Your
That's right. 8 points of healing.
8 points of healing.
Everybody within 30 feet.
Thank you very much.
I think that's pretty much everybody too, except for Gatto.
Yeah, it's everybody except for Gatto.
Okay.
Which might have been on purpose.
Well, no, Gatto's just too far away.
Well, he's off changing his armor. We don't know what that guy's doing. Don, mute yourself.
He's changing into ghost touch armor. Excuse me. All right, so Gatto, are you doing anything specific or just carrying on with what you had mentioned to me before?
Carrying on.
Gotcha. Okay.
Carrying on. Saving the party.
Saving the party.
Selflessly. Now
was the time to be muted. Now would be the time. Okay, so now Ilindar and Storm. Storm, what are you going to do? Death Smoocher has asked you to step
Storm
aside.
is going to take a 5-foot step over to here.
So that he may continue to murder in the fashion you're accustomed to.
And then Ilindar is going to do a double move and come over to Bardos and ask what's going on.
Okay, so he's going to go take that long way around behind everybody. What's going on? You definitely feel the sort of cold, greasy feeling of those gaseous forms. You have to pass through them to get to where Bardos is.
Wow. Okay.
And it's it's just like you walk through this black gas, and it's like you're oh God, what was that? It's like,
oh my gosh, what did you eat?
Yeah, walking into, it's like when you're swimming in a pool and you hit a strangely cold spot, or even worse, a strangely warm spot.
Yeah, the warm spots are the worst.
In the air. That's you're just like, oh, that's gross.
I think God's waiting to stake some vampires.
First come, first.
Okay.
So
right, that's all we're doing.
Okay. Speaking of vampires, they keep moving that way, and you feel again the feeling of them passing through you. It's going back and forth. It's almost like it's swirling around you. As these vampire gaseous forms continue to flow backward into their little lair. The babau, angry at Flashheart for having the temerity to attack him, decides to do a full attack on him and damn the consequences. Claw. Ooh, claw. Ooh, bite. One claw.
One claw.
One claw. All right, so 9 points of damage. I'm trying to figure out if it's got anything else. No. All right.
I got back 8 and lost 9.
And now
I didn't think you
Fletcher and
did
Flasher.
Healing earlier.
You didn't add the healing? It was 8 points.
No, I was saying thank you for the healing. I didn't say thank you earlier, but yeah, I got 8 back and lost 9.
Well, Lord Flashheart, perhaps you would like to finish this babau yourself before.
Allow me to dispatch this beast.
All right, you guys are up. Now's your chance.
I still have the flanking.
And Fletcher, who may or may not get the kill?
I still have the flanking bonus, right?
Yes. Bravado, yes.
All right, here we go.
Give me those rolls, Don.
There's one. There's two.
Ooh.
Okay, that thing's not standing.
Is there any additional bonuses that you're getting on these that you haven't added in? That's I'm thinking of the first two are obvious hits.
I think there's a chance with the 2 swings they might be gone.
Did you add all of the prayer and flanks and all that shit?
I believe so.
Okay, so 2 hits. Gonna be close. Gonna be close. Because Radiance takes another demonic life, perhaps. But if not, Death Smoocher is ready to finish.
21.
Ooh, and 13.
34.
Death Smoocher, you have been robbed of the kill. Flash out and cleaves it.
Well done, Lord Flashout.
Sternum to crotch, and drops it to the ground.
Fletcher and I are going to do a Milli Vanilli chest bump here, but I got the advantage this time.
Since you're 12 feet tall, yeah.
Exactly.
Damn it all, I was hoping to be able to verm with my spiritual weapon.
Oh, man, that would have been awesome. All right, we drop out of initiative at this point. Gatto, you notice the swirling vapors move into the various alcoves that contain these large piles of dirt, and they coalesce into the bodies of these vampires. Now they're in like the fetal position, snuggled down into the dirt, with those glossy eyes closed. It's really repugnant.
Wait, are they still alive or unalive, undead?
Well, so here's the thing about
the threat has not been ended.
The threat has not been ended. Yeah. So the thing about demons, vampires, and vampire spawn is that you can kill them, but you don't actually kill them until you track them back to wherever their lairs are, and then you enact the sort of traditional vampire killing schemes, which is the stake through the heart, decapitation, and if you want to be thorough, you take the heads and you put them underneath running water somewhere.
Okay, you did
to be sure, it's really that and nuke the site from orbit is really the only way to be sure.
Yeah, the only way to be sure.
So,
I think next level I'm going to take the nuke the site from orbit feet. So,
there you go, perfect. Don, no. Based on your last message to me. Okay, so you guys drop out of initiative. What do you all do? Because there's a door open and a set of steps that go down deeper into the earth. But also there's the northern door, which has not been investigated at all.
So before you get distracted by that, I think you just told us there's an unended threat. How fast do they reform and come back? And
it takes, honestly, several hours.
All right,
yeah, characters probably wouldn't know. But
we're good for a while. Okay. Well, the priest would know.
Yeah, I mean, anybody familiar with undead and the ways of vampires, I guess, would know, well, would suspect, or at least they would have been told that a vampire killed and returns to his grave will return, and what they would probably have been told, will return that evening to drink again, that kind of thing.
So I'm around the corner, and
do we want to do the north doors before we go downstairs? Just to clear that.
The vampires.
Yeah, I'm thinking we need to stake and dismember. Maybe we don't do the run and water thing, but we need to dispatch the potential that hopefully these things will come back.
Send Fletcher in a rage and let him take them apart.
We have create water, so we could do the running water thing.
I was about to say, Farina's always good at creating water.
Well, yeah, but I don't know how long that water runs.
How long does it have to run?
Just that round, that's it.
This game, I can do that. I don't think I've got create water.
Don, no, and no.
And put yourself back on mute.
I'm on a roll now, though.
Also, no.
Don's trying to become a vampire now.
Yeah, you find him in one of the crouched in one of the holes, like sort of drinking out of the thing's wrist, going, "What?
So 12 gallons of water would give 2 gallons per. Would that be enough to?
It's got to be running water.
Right.
Well, I mean, if
So like
we-
a stream or something like that.
So I'm thinking staking and beheading would probably have to be good enough.
I've already marked off 6
Are we
arrows.
still talking about Gato?
I'll just take them out of mine because I can replace them at no cost with abundant arrows. So I'll give them.
Okay.
Now, abundant arrows, they only last so long, right?
Oh, does that mean they'll disappear?
Yeah. We want to use physical ones.
I guess I could give you my good ones.
So as you go into this room, and Gato, you've been kind of kicking around, so you haven't really, been focusing on the on fishing. So what do you guys do when these corpses coalesce? What do you do with them?
I stake them with an arrow that I have.
Okay.
If Farina, if I need arrows later, I'll ask you.
Sure.
And after he spikes them, I behead him.
All right, so you behead them. Now, are you going to be carrying the heads with you, or are you going to leave them there?
Well, we do have a head bag.
Can't you?
Well, this would be a good start. If you were starting a head bag, this would be prime head bag material.
Can't you burn them too? The heads?
Typically, yeah, but I mean, none of this stuff is engraven in stone. Every culture, from the Chilaxians to the Osirians to the
Have a
Talbot,
different method of, right.
all have their legends of vampires and how they can be defeated and finished. But in the River Kingdoms, they talk about putting the heads under running water. But honestly, if you were a student of Galarian culture, you would say, well, they're in the River Kingdoms. Running water is very common there, so it makes sense. If you were an Osirian, they might say you would
step off a boat without hitting running water.
Yeah, exactly. You would an Osirian, you might bury them deep in the sand. In the Mwangi Expanse, maybe fire is the way that they typically do. So you guys go ahead and you take all those heads. What about the rest of you?
Leave the rest of the body for now. We just have a stake in them.
Yeah, I think we're just kind of watching while we do that, and then we'll figure out which one of these doors we're going to go through.
The dwarf armies can worry about the bodies later.
Okay.
I'll stand guard right where I'm at left to make sure I can watch the stairs and those double doors.
Okay, you so you sort of look down there. How far? You can only see about 20 feet, right?
Yeah.
And eventually, Flasher, you return to your normal size, just so you know. You don't see any. I mean, there's stuff in that room, but you don't see. I mean, you don't see anything moving around. In fact,
I'll ask Farina which way she wants me to check, north or south, over in this area.
Why would I know?
You're the one I fear most.
She just says, "Get away from me."
or I'll kill you.
Yeah, or I'll kill you.
I'll have. Well, Otto's on the other side of the door. I'll have Otto listen down here. You check north.
You feel like that this relationship between Farina and Gato is sort of a Dread Pirate Roberts thing? Like, good night, sleep tight. I'll probably kill you in the morning.
I'll kill you in the morning.
Gato's eventually going to take over as Dread Pirate Farina. So 20 years from now, he's going to be calling himself Farina and wandering around with a bow and arrow and a panther.
Hey, Les, can I get past this gate here?
You can, yeah. You can go in that room and go to those doors if you wanted to, yeah.
I'm going to have Otto do a perception check down south here for listening. I'll let him go as far as the top of those stairs.
Okay. Now these are, you're actually going downstairs in this case.
Yeah, I'll leave him at the top. Oh, I can't see the top, I guess, with the, is that right? Where's the stairs start here?
So Otto is, sort of sniffing the air, and you see his ears kind of move forward and back, and he doesn't hear anything, but there is definitely like a smell in the air that he doesn't agree with. Now, frankly, smells that Otto doesn't agree with in this place are a dime a dozen. So that in itself doesn't necessarily tell you much.
I'll share it with the group that he's not hearing anything, but he doesn't like the smells there any better than anywhere else.
So Gato does not find any traps, but he does find a lock on the door. The thing is, the lock is on the outside and it is not locked. In fact, as you examine it with your 27, you think that the lock has been broken and not from this side. It looks like someone may have broken the lock from the other side. Okay, you open the door. It makes as you open it, and you look into that room. And let me describe to you with the provided flavor text what you see.
Go ahead and take out the stone call by now.
Oh, okay, I'll get rid of that.
I was going to say the same thing.
You see what looks to be a large interrogation chamber. You see a couple of tables inside, some chairs, some implements, but the most stark thing is the sheer volume of runes and arcane sigils scribed into the floor, the lintels, even on the back of the door that you just opened. There are, over to go towards the west, towards the east, you see a doorway that goes in a different direction. You suspect that the same thing exists if you scooch over a little bit. You can see that the same thing exists over here. What you don't, you see over, the difference between what you see over to the left as opposed to the right is that over to the left, there is a reddish glow coming from that that little inset area. It's not super bright. It's certainly it's not that of a fire or anything like that, but there's like a very sort of low-key reddish glow coming from over there. But this entire room, the walls, the floor, the ceiling, the door are all covered with various kinds of arcane symbols, runes, alchemical symbols of large. Some of them are large, some of them are small. Very strange. But other than that, it looks like an interrogation room.
Oh, maybe it's to keep creatures safe and all the arcane symbols.
Elendar?
And at this point, everybody is within 30 feet of me, yes?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Wait, let me get my guys within 30 feet.
11 points of healing to everyone in the party.
Nice.
Thank you.
Omitting any enemies, thank you very much.
So I don't get it.
I was just teasing around. Yeah.
So Gatto's screwed because he unmuted himself.
I'm going to detect magic and look in this room.
You detect a lot of magic. Those runes are very specifically designed. Let me find out.
Don't read them. He's still mad at me.
Les, would a craft check for alchemy help me to identify what the runes were?
Go a craft check, yeah.
Spellcraft, not discraft.
Okay. So Elendar,
Spellcraft.
as you look in there and you do detect magic, you definitely detect magic. The various runes, not all of them, but a lot of the runes sort of are woven together in a abyssal sort of magical field. You know that walking into this room would be you would be walking into some sort of abjuration field. You're not entirely sure what, but the sigils are at least the ones that you recognize are very strongly abjuration, antithetical magic. It's against magic.
Okay.
So it's
I
meant
will-
to shut magic down. Is that right? Am I
I
reading?
will tell everybody to stay away from this room.
Okay.
Well, I have a question. Didn't we talk about this like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, that there was a demon that broke out of the castle? This seems like a place to be holding said demon, right? And I can see why the door is broken.
Well,
Yeah,
Gatto,
fuck you.
so Flash Arts, as you say that, Gatto, I assume you would tell them that the lock on this door was broken from the other side.
From
I
the
might know.
Yeah, this might have been when the succubus was locked up.
Could be.
Something broke out of this room.
From a meta standpoint, I don't see what would be the what would be the interest of this room to us, unless there's something that leads us to the succubus, or she never actually left the castle, which is why they can't find her anywhere else.
Yeah, right now we don't need to go in here. We got other options.
Yeah, this is. I think you're right. I think probably the succubus was in here and she got out, and so that's not.
So it was
No.
locked from the outside, and she broke it from inside the room, or
Yes.
That's why. And
somebody
that's why.
broke the lock
You
and
don't
let
know
her
if it
out.
was her, somebody.
Something inside the room broke the lock that is on our side of the room.
And let her out, or
And-
she.
They let
Yeah.
themselves out.
Okay.
Let themselves out. And that's why he has all his anti-magic stuff, because they didn't want him
We don't know
teleporting out
if it
again.
was the succubus here, but it makes sense right now.
Well, Ilindar, drawing on your drow experience, this reminds you of a place where, I mean, the drow are known for their spellcasting abilities. They're strong magic users and wizards and sorcerers, and always have been. But when you want to imprison somebody like that, it's very difficult. These runes, these are not the same runes that the drows would use, but a rune,
They're much less painful.
a room configured like this would be, you suspect that the design is set up to hold magical creatures or wizards or sorcerers in prison.
Okay,
So you thought
I'll let everybody know that.
But it's definitely, you think, an anti-magic field. If you were to walk in here, you would not be able to cast spells. You would not be able to use magical.
Right.
It wouldn't drain them, but you would not be able to use them inside.
It would just be a dead field. Okay, I'll since I've learned a little bit more, I'll pass that on too.
Okay.
See, you thought I was dead asleep. I was just soaking up the flavor text.
Did you get the healing flash heart?
I just did. Thank you.
Okay, awesome.
So I say we go the other way.
South.
Down the steps?
Yes.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Who's going first?
Not me.
Storm.
I will.
I'll
Say we force Gato to go first.
Not Bardos.
So Bardos just rolls. He's like, screw you guys. I'm rolling right away. Yes. All right. So Bardos, you have entered an area that also has flavor text, which I will now read to you. This hall is dark and contains, again, tables and various kinds of instruments of torture. There is a smell of, in this case, fresh blood, which is heavy in the air. The coppery smell of fresh blood is in the air. This is a torture chamber, and has it's pretty well stocked. It's this place. You look in this and you're just like, so many horrible things have happened in this place that it's hard to even think about it.
Now I'm just thinking about it. I can't stop.
Not yet. Don't look in the corner. Well, now I need to look in the corner.
Now I need to go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, as far as you can tell, Bartos, there's nobody in there.
Shall we enter?
You go first.
Does anything happen?
You go in and you sort of are walking around these tables. Flashheart reaches over and touches this, looks over and grabs and examines a couple of the torture implements. They all look well used, and there is the smell of fresh blood. If you look in some of the on the floor, you can see that there are drains set up for blood specifically, and you can kneel down and smell them. And you're like, there's blood in there. There's a fair amount of blood on the table, on the torture tables in some cases, and chairs. But one of the things that you notice that's a little bit creepy is that on a shelf over in the southeastern corner over here, there's a cabinet, and you open the cabinet up, and inside are gallon-sized glass jars, which seem to be filled with some sort of reddish liquid. And there are several of them, like 8. Which, if this reddish liquid is blood, and it gives every indication of being so, this is the blood. How many quarts of blood is in a person? 6? So that's a gallon and a half. So you're talking about the blood of at least 4 people, and maybe more. Like 5 people's blood in glass jars, sealed glass jars, in a cabinet down here.
Lovely. Gato, you want to check the doors?
Bardos, give me a quick, like an intelligence check. Or a survival check, whichever one you have better.
Who?
Bardos. Or you too, Gato. You might do it as well. What's that roll?
Would you want a fortitude, you said?
No, an intelligence check or survival.
Well, Bardos made it.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second.
He made it with a crit.
You can't crit checks.
I know, but still.
Gato, 15. All right, so Gato doesn't go, but Bardos leans over to Gato as Gato passes. And they're both, you see Bardos is looking at that blood. And he says, didn't the vampires that we fought seem like they were hungry? Like they were practically feral from
Yeah, they were hungry, although the other things didn't have any blood. So somebody got the blood.
Well, there's a lot of blood sitting here. That the other vampires had been without blood for so long that they were starting to go feral.
Right.
Break them all. Blood-sucking mono.
Before we break them, are those magical also?
Do you do?
It's still going.
You doing detect magic?
Yeah.
They
I'll
do
detect
have
evil
a
at the
magic,
same
but there is some magic on it, but it's honestly it's a crude kind of from your you would sort of, I mean, you couldn't identify it, but it's a crude spell, almost shamanistic, designed specifically to keep that blood fresh. If blood or any fluid is put in these jars, that spell keeps it fresh, as opposed to coagulated or The last thing your self-respecting vampire wants to do if he uncorks a jug of Type O, the last thing he wants is a mouthful of scabs.
Okay, you guys wanted me to check this door first?
Yeah, let's start there.
Okay. Do we want to dump out those vials of blood so that they're wasted?
We can do that later.
I think Farina's going to tip one over now.
Okay.
Like to break it?
Yeah.
The crash is loud in the quiet room.
You say the jar is actually magical.
No, well, the jar itself is not magical. It sounds like you filled the jar and then they cast this sort of shaman spell on it, and it keeps the blood fresh. It's not the jar.
Okay.
So Farina, you knock one over. It crashes on the ground. The smell of blood fills the room. It's just like, oh God, I wish I had done that.
Farina, do you stare Gato in the eyes as you slowly topple that pint? That jar over?
No, she makes Otto do it. Otto's a cat. He probably just gets out of the cabinet and just knocks it over.
Cats are just assholes. They would do it.
Cats and buttholes like that. But yeah, the smell of blood fills the air, and the crash seems disproportionately loud in this room, but it's just because of the silence. But you don't, nothing comes running out like, my blood, that kind of thing.
We just go downstairs. So.
What have you done with my blood?
Count Chocula's here?
How many of them were there left?
Huh? There's 8 of them. Yeah. 8 gallons of blood.
Yeah, let's do this after we clear this area.
All right, Gato, you check for traps on that door. There's no traps on the door, and it does seem to be unlocked.
Okay.
You want to open it? Yeah, you do.
I'm having trouble with roll 20 in just a second here. Hold on.
Okay, I can open it.
All you have to do is say yes. It's gotten.
You guys want me to open it?
I mean, I'm literally got my finger over the button.
Listen, we just got to do it. All right.
Go ahead and open it.
So you open that door, and this looks to be, in large part, a storage room. There's some implements in there, some barrels, which you kind of, I don't know if you're going to go in there and check them out. Some shelves with various kinds of, stuff on them. It looks like there's some weapons, more torture stuff, big rolls of like black plastic, shovels, that kind of thing.
So nothing too interesting.
Nothing super interesting. Yeah, you don't see anything in there. Fletcher, give me a perception check.
Uno momento.
All right, you check for traps on that other door. You do not see any traps.
Open it up.
All right.
And my perception was 20.
Okay. Hold on a second. All right, this other door opens up, and it looks very different. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I'm looking at this correctly. So it looks very different. This room looks like night and day compared to the rooms that you just came out to. This is a room that the walls are lined with bookshelves. A plush carpet covers the floor. There's a desk, a small table with a couple of chairs. And over in the northern section, on top of some of that black plastic, is a body of a human.
They're studying torture here, I think, or interrogating.
Writing the book.
What's in the book?
It's bookshelves. There's several books, lots of books. Mostly histories. You don't see anything that you would be super interested in. Some various, interestingly, a fair amount of Orcish literature.
Anything on the desk?
A few papers. There is one small piece of paper that has some bloodstains on it. That most of the papers are in a specific hand, and they're in a language that you don't immediately recognize. But one is in a different handwriting and written in common. It's on a small scrap of paper, sort of scratched on there, and it says, "Hear my prayer, Lady Luck, for it is luck I need in escaping this cell. Not just the life behind these bars, but an eternity spent shackled to the abyss itself. If you are truly the tender of dreams, then tender unto me a new existence. Let me sing songs of the spheres, let me see the stars with new eyes, and escape this pit into which my soul was cast. Bring me good fortune, my lady. Bring me a new spirit made clean, and I will forever be yours in life and in faith. I am ready, finally ready to go." And there it ends. It looks like something written by somebody on their, on their deathbed almost.
Right.
Gatto and Bardos, give me a perception check. Uh, 28. Ooh, natty 20 on the perception. That guy on the top, he's breathing.
Bardos,
hey, Bardos, go help that guy.
Go help that guy.
Oh, wait.
You there, pick up that blood.
Have they told me about this guy?
I'm going to call for Lothar or Flashheart.
Lothar, we got a little breather.
We want to keep him breathing. Don't kill him.
Detect evil.
You detect evil on the guy?
Yes.
He is not evil. In fact, quite the opposite.
I'll be back in a minute, guys.
You recognize, you recognize that he's also dressed in the livery of a crusader. He's beaten badly. Do you guys pick him up, roll him over? He's face down on the floor right now, and there's a fair amount of blood on the floor.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have the movement to get there just yet.
Okay.
Hey, Les.
Just go ahead and roll it.
I'm going to jump out and see this eclipse. Okay.
Okay. All right, Matt. We'll see you next Sunday, brother.
See you, everybody.
So yeah, it is after 11. Lothar, we'll go ahead and do a health check, and then we'll stop.
Okay, so let's see.
What are you gonna do? So he's face down. He is breathing, but he's not making any noise. He seems unaware that you're there.
Yeah, I'm going to sort of check his vitals, that kind of thing, and do a heal check.
All right. He is alive, but unconscious.
So
you roll him over a little bit to check the extent of his wounds because, like I said, there's some blood on the floor.
Yeah.
And you realize that he has been, a buffet for a vampire. You see that he has fang marks at his throat. You see that he has fang marks on his wrist. And he's very, very pale and,
So he's going to become a vampire?
Well, he's been drained a fair amount. You don't know if he's been energy drained, but he's definitely. I mean, the whiteness of his skin. He's got that sort of blue cast under his fingernails. This guy's lost a lot of blood, much more than you see on the floor.
Hey, we got some in the next room.
Huh?
We got some in the next room.
Yeah, loads.
He's got a whole bunch of blood. You're just gonna feed him some blood, give him a transfusion.
So 16 on a heal check.
Okay. He, as far as you know, he was already stabilized. His wounds were not bleeding out. They had coagulated. And obviously, they were fresh, but they weren't bleeding. He seems stabilized. He's still unconscious.
Yeah, but a successful heal check, if that is one, gives him 1 point back and should bring him back to consciousness.
Should bring him back to consciousness. All right. So you set him up against the wall. You minister him to him, slap him around a little bit, try and bring him back, and he's like. You see his eyes kind of roll up his head, and he sort of slowly comes out of unconscious. He's like, don't drink anymore. I don't have any more blood to give you. I can barely see. You see his eyes kind of like open up a little bit, and he looks at you. He's like, who are you? You're not him. You're not. You're not Theric Newell. You're not Theric. Who are you? You can see he's almost like he's fading in and out. He seems like, he begins to like talk. He's like, oh no more blood.
Now I'm gonna look over. I realize he's gone for the lunar eclipse, but I'm gonna look at the paladin because he's the one who checks evil on everyone. To get an idea of...
He already detected evil on this guy and did not detect evil.
Okay. Well, in that case...
And he is alive. I mean, his heart's pumping. He's just very, very ill.
Right.
He's lost a lot of blood.
So I'm going to do a... what level should I choose? I'm going to do a Cure Moderate.
Okay.
And maximize it.
How about a Cure Light?
Well, I could do that. I don't know what level this guy's, obviously. But either way, I could maximize it and make it either 13 or 21.
Okay.
We still haven't found the baddie that we're sent down here for, so...
Well, what I'm kind of thinking is the more I heal this guy, the closer to consciousness or at least to lucidity he'll be. And he might be able to give us greater information. And he's already been found as to not be evil, if that makes any sense.
He's not evil.
It's not evil. In fact, Les said he was exactly the opposite.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So I'm thinking if we heal him but sort of better than minimum, he might be able to be of some use for information.
Yep. And if he turns vampire, I'll just kill him.
Yeah, without being a detriment or a danger. And then if he does become that, then we just put Death Smoocher on his ass.
Okay. All right. So you get him up and sort of sit him up. And again, he's like, he's like, he's sort of in and out of not so much consciousness, but he's not super lucid. He seems to be coming around. But this is, I mean, Lothar, in your professional opinion, this is a very sick man. He's lost a lot of blood, perhaps as much as a third of his total blood volume. I mean, he's white as a ghost.
Yeah, so like I said, I'll do 21 points of healing.
21 points of healing. All right, so he comes back and, is sort of, when you do the healing on him, he's like, oh, he kind of like, his eyes, you can see the glazed eyes of before he sort of like begins to focus and that kind of stuff. He's like, who are you? Who are you?
When he says that, Storm and I come walking up.
Dragon! No, I mean, honestly, he doesn't seem altogether put off by you and Storm. Although he looks to Lothar and to a lesser extent to Fletcher because they're the closest, and he's like, I don't know you, but you are certainly not the vampire Tharuk. Who? I don't know. It's just a thing, Don. I had to find a knight that was sitting. It does kind of look like he's sitting on a toilet. He's like, you're not the vampire Tharuk. Where is he? Have you slain him?
No, not yet.
You have to be careful. He's cunning. Where is he? And he begins looking around. Where is Tharuk?
I don't know. We're hoping you can tell us.
I don't know. He's drained me near to death more than once, and he keeps me alive because it amuses him to drink Crusader blood. But I couldn't fight him. I was too weak. I've been so long in these prisons. I don't know what day is it? What year is it? You guys like, I don't know. What is that?
Perception check by Otto.
Otto, you mean like he's like listening, smelling down there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't hear anything. And Gatto, you were checking for traps on that door. You don't find any traps either.
I am not opening that door yet.
Okay.
Let's trade places, Gatto. You can check this one, and I'll listen at that one.
I'm going to tell this guy that I am Lothar of Aristil.
Okay. Oh, thank God! Thank the gods you're here. Otto, you don't hear or smell anything in there, and Gatto, you don't find any traps on the door either.
This one we know there's nothing behind. I don't know about the other one.
Thank God you're here, man. Thank God I'm not an arrested follower, but if you get me out of here, I will certainly become a devotee. We have to escape. And he grabs onto you, and he's like, Lothar, we have to.
Ask that guy to open this door.
Gatto's opening the door. You're opening the door?
No. Asking the guy to open.
No, he was saying.
Ask this NPC to open this door.
Well, you want the guy to open the door?
Yes.
Yeah, that's very paladin-y of you guys.
Paladin.
We're not paladins.
Gato's like, I'm not a
The
paladin.
paladin's off watching the.
Paladin's watching the eclipse, as paladins do. Yeah, but so Lothar grabs you by your furs, and he's like, we have to get out of here. The fact that you're here, we must escape before he comes back.
We're going to kill him when he comes back.
I'll do my best to calm this guy. Now that he's been healed a little bit, tell him to take some breath. Ask him if he wants. No, I'm not going to hit him, but
okay.
Ask him if he wants.
That's what Gatto does.
Don, mute yourself. Ask him if he would like some food or some water or whatever.
I can't even remember the last time that I ate food. My stomach, I'm beyond hunger at this point.
So,
but yes, I would. And you see his eyes are, he's obviously salivating at the thought of it.
Yeah.
What little moisture he has left in his body, is turned to saliva. He's like, yes, food and water would be splendid.
I'll give him
a little wine if you have it.
I'll give him a little bit of water so he doesn't hurt himself.
Okay.
And then some small amount of rations.
Okay. He sucks it down. He's like, oh, I can't even remember the taste of food. But enough that he kind of he eats a little bit, but he sort of pushes it away. He says, thank you, but I can eat later. We must get out of this pit. Wait. And it's like a thought comes to him. He's like, my friends, my colleagues, other crusaders, they're also here. Have you seen them? Where are they? Perhaps we can rescue them as well. We must escape.
And I'll tell him that
You're muted, Don.
Yeah, the reality is most of the other crusaders are probably dead.
Oh, no. Is it? We pledged our lives, but to die in this pit at the hands of vampires is too much.
Wait. I just want to point out we find one lone survivor this time. Farina's not threatening him with a knife.
I don't think she's in the room.
Yeah, she's doing the
Well, that he's not trying.
Yeah,
That-
really, it's pretty harmless.
That
It's bloody
he's not,
favoritism is what it is.
he's not trying to change clothes in the middle of a battle.
He's gonna pickpocket Lothar just to put himself in the, you know. I'm taking this wand from you, Lothar.
Yeah.
No, he breaks down crying. He's like, "Oh, to die in this pit, to die in battle, with glory and against the demons that's what we all wanted. But to die in this pit, drained of blood, so we have been so forsaken."
Well, I'm going to tend this guy.
He's a wreck.
Well, yeah, obviously. But I'm going to take care of him, at least for now.
Okay.
Do you mean take care of him or take care of him?
Yeah, Flashheart's standing right there.
Yeah.
Al Pacino kind of way.
We're gonna need an alignment check from everybody.
I'm a priest, not Gato. So I'm going to take care of him properly.
Are we still playing?
Hey, you're back. How was the eclipse?
Pretty awesome, man. It's like I'll call it a burnt umber versus a blood moon, but it's pretty cool. The eclipse just fully eclipsed about 2 minutes ago. Now it's starting to come the other side.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's not a full eclipse, was it? Or
yeah, so total eclipse.
Really?
Of the heart.
The super. So it's like the super moon, so it's the closest it comes on its orbit, and the wolf moon and with the blood thing. So.
Well, like I always say, every moon could be a super blood wolf moon if you plan ahead.
You plan ahead. I like that one.
All right, so you're in the room, and Lothar's got this guy sort of sitting up, and you can see him kind of like he's
getting ready to take care of him,
crying him, and he's like, "Oh, my brothers in arms are all doomed. You know, they've all been drained by these horrible creatures." Oh.
We did get rid of a bunch of the horrible creatures.
Did you slay them? Did you
yes,
cast them back to their holes? Lay them in their holes?
6 of them.
Oh, you are sent by the gods indeed.
Yes, Erastil, to be specific, as I mentioned before.
Erastil, the sweet goddess of the... Is it a god or a goddess?
It's a god.
The god.
He has that, doesn't he?
God of the hearth and home. Oh, good Lothar, if you can get me back outside so that I may see the sun once more before I die. Erastil will be my deity from here on out.
We've got a whole Crusader army outside, so you can go out there and you can die with them.
Yeah.
What madness is this? Brought an army?
We're taking this fortress back.
Drezen?
We're taking this.
Oh, you are truly sent. But perhaps I could still swing a sword. Do you have a weapon or a shield, anything?
What do you know about the layout of this
Give him
area?
the evil glaive.
Yeah, exactly.
He takes the glaive in his hand. He's like, "Oh, I remember this glaive." What do I remember about the layout? I was put in various cells in the prison, but I was moved into here when Therok had finished with this. The vampire. He starved his child vampires, but he kept all of our blood for himself and drained us, and at his leisure and laughed at him. Oh, he laughed at us. We died.
Have we not come across the parent vampire yet?
No, we have not.
Yeah.
So, no, we
Spoiler
haven't
alert.
So do I get the idea that this guy has no greater knowledge of the layout than where he is now?
All I've seen, good Lothar, is the prisons. When I was brought down here, a few of the rooms upstairs, and Arunchale's prison, which we were never allowed to enter, but which when she escaped, they punished us severely out of spite. They beat several to death and told others that they would just sit in their cells, locked in their cells until they starved. I don't know if that was true. I can't imagine that they let that happen with their desire for blood, but perhaps they did. I don't know. But all I've seen is this prison and a few of the rooms upstairs.
So basically, this guy doesn't know anything we don't already.
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
But we need to, if we can.
But he did say that he was in here when he said when Urushalai escaped.
Yeah,
that's the succubus.
Was she up at the end of the hall?
That's the name of the succubus. Yes, she was in the area they had reserved for her. They had put spells and wards all over the place and talked to them often. But when she escaped, and I don't know how, they were furious. They were talking of sending magical creatures and rocks to go recapture her, but they never brought her back. But they tortured us severely out of spite and drank of us as much as they could afterwards. After she left, they were so afflicted about it.
So we need to continue on, and we can either leave this guy here, which I don't think he's going to be good with.
No, don't leave me here.
Yeah, that's what I just said, dude.
Take me.
Or I can keep him in the back and try to take care of him.
I say give him a weapon and let him do what he can do.
I can walk. I can fight. And he tries to stand up. You can
turns-
see him just like sort of like wobbling all over the place. He's like, "Give me a weapon and a shield, and I will fight. I can fight."
I know I'm the paladin. I'm supposed to be the most open of all people.
Like,
but his scenario is directly right out of Die Hard, the Bill Clay episode up on the upper floors there. When
well, now you've done detect evil on him. He's not evil. If anything, he's good.
Yeah, he's a crusader who was captured and tortured, and whose blood has been drunk.
This is more an escort quest for World of Warcraft.
Yeah, basically.
Kind of, yeah.
He's not going to be of any
guy,
use.
have you
So
heard
here's
before?
the challenge. Can you get an NPC to safety?
Yeah. Do you know our track record for rescuing people?
Yeah, it's over 126.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I'm asking the guy if he knows that. Have you heard of us? Do you know of our track record from rescuing
No,
people?
not of who you are, but you've said I will be forever in your debt. That you saved me from a fate worse than actual death, because I know that Theric had laughed and told me that he was going to make me into one of his spawns so that he could watch as I starved for blood while he drank to his full from the crusaders that they had captured upstairs. But if you have an army outside, surely we can storm the walls and fight and destroy all that they destroy this place, this horrible place.
First things first, we got to get rid of some people down here.
Well, noble crusader, you look upon the Fellowship of Unwilling Participants. Be joyous in your heart.
Are we unwitting or unwilling?
Unwilling, I thought.
We're a little unwitting.
I think we're kind of a little both.
Unwitting, unwilling. It's,
Most of us are unwilling.
Depends on the day.
These two of us are unwitting.
I will follow you into hell, an even greater hell than this, if such exists.
Like I said, I'll take care of this guy because he's not going to stay here.
Okay.
Not willingly.
Fine.
I mean, we can knock him out, but he's not willingly going to stay here. And I stay in the back anyway, so.
Even if he turned out to be an evil creature, he's so less evil than almost anything we have faced. I'm not worried about him too.
Yeah, he's not an evil creature. He's a crusader.
He's not an evil creature, and Lothar has done a health check on him, and he's alive. He's not an undead or anything like that. I mean, you get no vibe like that. He's just very badly.
You want me to do a lay on hands on him too, or do we already give him enough?
He's been healed.
He's been healed up, but I mean the loss of blood that he has is just still some super.
Right.
If he can't fight really well, he could be Farina's arrow caddy.
Well, there you go.
Excuse me, Mrs. Farina.
He's got some PTSD thing going on. So
All right.
if you fighters want to continue going forward, like I said, I'll take care of it.
It sounds like that they captured a bunch of invaders, brought them down here, and over time, they drained them one by one, tortured them, taunted them, left several. I mean, you guys saw the ones that they left to starve. And that apparently was in revenge or out of spite of Urushalai escaping them, which they didn't expect. But yeah, I mean, what this guy is confirming is that Urushalai was in the northerly the anti-magic field prison area, but somehow she managed to escape, and that they were super pissed off about this, and we're talking about sending rocks after her and various other creatures. Now, you will remember from Staunton Vane's journal that they sent what was it, a hag after her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to look at the email.
Yeah, that was it.
I don't have the journal in front of me.
Yeah, the Brocs, they sent after us.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
like I said, keep going forward. If we're going south in these doors, keep going forward. I'll be in the back where I always am, and I'll just keep this guy with me.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
All right. You get him up on his feet. You guys, he's like, give me a sword, and I will fight. I promise you, I will fight.
Now, I'll tell him to calm down for now.
Well, there's plenty of swords laying around in various rooms, so he can pick something up. Or in one of our bags, right? Like
If it
nothing
makes you feel
magical.
better.
All right, so in the journal, Staunton mentions a special prisoner who was kept in the Drezen dungeons, a succubus named Arunculai, who was captured by Aponavicius. Staunton knows the succubus is some sort of abyssal heretic, and that the Merilith, which is Aponavicius, wanted her kept prisoner until some sort of special transport in the rasping rifts of the abyss, some sort of special prison, was ready for her. She escaped not long after Aponavicius left Drezen in Staunton's hands, and it's frankly a major point of worry for the dwarf. He sent several minions out into the whirlpool to track her, noting that her loss of certain demonic abilities is the one saving grace, and hopes her inability to teleport or become ethereal will allow his agents to find her and return her to Drezen before Aponavicius finds out she's managed to flee. The final note in the diary says he hired an Anis Hag cultist of Sifkesh to track down Arunculai, and that if this final attempt fails, he intends to seek her out himself, quote, once the matter of the so-called heroes of Canebris is settled.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about her anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since you guys slaughtered him. Now, you guys still have his body.
Use his burden. Yeah, we have it
Yeah, it's
somewhere.
upstairs.
Okay.
So let's just keep moving forward. Like I said, I'll stay in the back and take care of this guy.
Okay. That being the case, it is 11:30. And so probably we should stop there, and we'll restart in 2 weeks with the hunt for Feruk, the vampire, and a variety of other interesting things. Now, just to bring up a quick point, next week is a pre-scheduled B team event. A B team night. We will continue to try and get the bones of the mystic prophet out of the mountains and down the way after you guys have done that. So we still have to do that, and then we may have some time to start a new adventure.
That's awesome.
For B team. B team next week.
See you guys next week for B team.
Yep, see you guys.
Night, guys.
Hey,
Night,
Mark,
Thanks, guys. This
let's
is
hang
awesome
on a
gaming
second,
tonight.
will
Yeah,
Yeah.
well.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to stop the recording, though, okay?
you? Night all.
Gotta keep it going.
Not at all.